It's Wednesday! You know what that means? The Super Studios is back here once again, bringing in tonight's AEW Dynamite on Thanksgiving Eve as we begin our coverage in its entirety of this year's Continental Classic. Welcome to the pre-show conversation and discussion. Hello, everybody, and happy Thanksgiving Eve to all of you and your families who are celebrating. And for those that are tuning in, thank you so much, whether live or on demand. I am, of course, the Simple Man of the Simple Brand, the voice of SRS, forever grateful off professional wrestling, damn it. And my name is Noel Foster. Again, if you want to dictate the conversation, super chat, PayPal, the patch. It's as simple as that. I hope that everyone this time of year is grateful to be with their families and, more importantly, thankful for something in professional wrestling, damn it. As, of course, we take on this special adventure for you for the first time ever, covering the entirety of this year's round robin tournament, courtesy of AEW, the Continental Classic. Before we get into things, allow me to explain for those that don't know what the Continental Classic consists of. This is AEW's annual round robin tournament for the third time ever. It will consist of two blocks, the Gold League and the Blue League. The rules go as follows. 20-minute time limit per match, 3 points for a win, 1 point for a draw, and everyone is banned from ringside. And if anyone should get involved, they will be banned from AEW. This rule has kept the integrity of this tournament now the last 2 years due to the severity of the consequences as we enter this year's Continental Classic for the third time. As I said before, the tournament consists of two blocks, the Gold League and the Blue League. You will, of course, see action from both leagues tonight in round-robin action. And speaking of which, let's go ahead and dissect and look at the field a little bit. As, of course, the selection special, hosted by Tony Schiavone from the AEW Control Center, happened this past Monday night. So, ladies and gentlemen, here is this year's field of the Continental Classic. Reigning and defending Continental Classic champion Kazuchika Okada will defend his crown against Kyle Fletcher, Speedball Mike Bailey, Darby Allin, the Bastard Pac, and Kevin Knight in his block, while the Alpha Konosuke Takeshita will be taking on Jon Moxley, Claudio Castagnoli, Mascara Dorada, Roderick Strong, and Orange Cassidy in his block. The top two scorers of each block will move on to the semifinals, and, of course, they will compete for the finals, all of which will take place at World's End to conclude this winner of the Continental Classic. And again, we're going to keep up with the tournament in this entirety this year. Tonight, it kicks off with AEW Dynamite Thanksgiving Eve as we have reigning and defending Continental Classic champion Kazuchika Okada taking on the Pro Star Kyle Fletcher, who beat him in last year's Continental Classic in round-robin action and went virtually undefeated before Mark Briscoe beat him. Jon Moxley, who is entering his second Continental Classic, will take on Mascara Dorada for the first time ever in his first Continental Classic. Jon Moxley made it to the finals in 2023, only to lose, of course, to the inevitable winner, Eddie Kingston. Darby Allin, entering his second Continental Classic, will be taking on Kevin Knight, his debuting in this tournament this year in singles action. And, of course, so much more is to come tonight outside Continental Classic action. As far as the schedule goes, here's what you need to know. It not only starts tonight, it continues forward, and we'll be back here tomorrow night on Thanksgiving with AEW Collision, special night coverage. So I hope that you are along with us for the ride. And, of course, we continue into week 2 next week with Dynamite and Collision, as you can see there from Ohio and Indiana, respectfully. And we also will be covering Ring of Honor Final Battle next week. From there, winter is coming. We'll continue the action in week 3. As you'll see, we'll be here December 10th. Then we move across the pond to the UK for AEW Dynamite and Collision Holiday Bash on December 17th. As, of course, we reach back here in the Hammerstein Ballroom for Dynamite on 34th Street and Christmas Collision from New York City all the way to, of course, the finals and the championship at World's End December 27th, which will not only be the conclusion of this year's Continental Classic, but the conclusion of this year's All Elite League. And that's everything you need to know in a nutshell about this year's Continental Classic. Again, as I pointed out, this is Darby Allin's second, Pac's first, Kevin Knight's first, Speedball Mike Bailey's first, Kyle Fletcher's second, Kazuchika Okada his second consecutive, and reigning defending Continental Classic champion. Konosuke Takeshita's first, Jon Moxley's second, Claudio Castagnoli has been in each Continental Classic, comes in with the most overall ring time and experience in this tournament. And Orange Cassidy, Roderick Strong, Mascara Dorada are entering this tournament for the first time ever. And this and so much more is ahead tonight as we bring you coverage of tonight's AEW Dynamite for Thanksgiving Eve from, of course, This night is always something special, and we are in Nashville, Tennessee. In addition to the Continental Classic, we will also get a celebration for our new AEW Men's World Champion, Samoa Joe, as the Ops will celebrate tonight. And speaking of tournaments, of course, that's not the only tournament, as we know, happening right now, as the AEW Women's Tag Team Championship Tournament will also continue through the night. Tonight, you will get semifinals action with the Babes of Wrath versus the Sisters of Sin. And of course, the winner of that will move on to face the winner of Timeless Tony Storm, Mina Shirakawa, the Forever Love Bombs, against Megan Bayne and Maria Shafir. As of course, Timeless Tony Storm and Mina Shirakawa will decide the stipulation for that semifinals match, and has yet to be disclosed. And that is everything that is so far ahead for you tonight with our coverage of AEW Dynamite Thanksgiving Eve, the annual tradition that is kicking off the third ever Continental Classic Round Robin Tournament. Charles Schultz, it's good to see you. It's good to see Safet also. Again, happy Thanksgiving Eve to everybody. And pretty much, Safet, that is correct. They will be pretty much fired from AEW if there is interference. Does make me wonder, though, for CMLL wrestlers, how important it is to be part of AEW at times if they ever get involved. Just saying. And you stop that! You stop that! You stop that! That better not happen, damn it! That better not happen. So again, folks, what are you looking forward to tonight? What are you most thankful for in and out of wrestling, your family, or on this holiday, whether or not you celebrate Thanksgiving? I love to hear your thoughts. I love to hear your comments. I love to hear your outlook on the tournament, on the night, on anything to your delight, as we bring you entertaining coverage of tonight's AEW Dynamite. Again, I hope everyone enjoys. And again, please stay tuned. If you haven't already, subscribe to all of us here at the Super Reliable Studios, your one-stop spot for all things professional wrestling coverage. Damn it, of course, the Fed's having a laugh, as he only can. He's having a laugh. Shout out, of course, to Barry for Wrestling. Again, if you haven't already, subscribe to her channel today. Don't be a dickhead. And shout out to the Rage of Wrestling, Walter Cruz. Subscribe to him today at Rage of Wrestling on YouTube. Get it, got it, bueno. Again, shout out to my Mind Morphin Pink Power Ranger friend, Datilla. Follow her at Rangers of Wrestling. And, of course, follow the Ring of Wrestling, JJ Williams, as you see on the social media forums, of course. As we have about 5 minutes to go, why don't you go ahead and let your predictions be known? Who you think gets the first 3 points? Do we see a draw? Do you see anybody going 0 across their entire block? What could be the biggest upset? Who could be the biggest wild card? Who are your 2 picks for each block? Who is your top seed and your second seed in both the blue and the gold league? Of course, last year it was Ricochet and Kazuchika Okada, and Will Ospreay and Kyle Fletcher face each other respectfully, as Will Ospreay and Okada met in the finals, and Okada won his 5th round robin tournament ever, tying Mr. August himself, Masahiro Chono. As Kazuchika Okada right now looking to become the greatest tournament wrestler of all time with his 6th round robin tournament win, as again he comes out as reigning and defending AEW Continental Classic champion and the Continental champion now for over 600 days. Speaking of things that have changed, of course, since AEW Full Gear, of course, this is also the follow-up since Full Gear. We have brand new AEW Tag Team Champions, of course, in FTR. And, of course, Chris Statlander is still where it's at, as she is still the reigning and defending, successfully beating Mercedes Moné, AEW Women's World Championship. And speaking of Ricochet, of course, he became the inaugural AEW National Champion, winning the Casino Gauntlet this past Saturday of Full Gear. And thank you, by the way, to everybody that tuned into our coverage of AEW Full Gear that entire night. It was an absolute blast and delight. And again, Kyle Riley, there was potential for him to be involved in this year's Continental Classic, but unfortunately, due to injury, it's not going to happen. My well wishes go out to the Violent Artist in his recovery. Sandy here. Hello, Sandy. From her childhood, all of you guys, as well as New York Raiders Carolina hockey game for TV, since I couldn't get the channel because I'm out of town. Well, that's perfectly fine. Again, I hope that you enjoy the reactions that we bring tonight. And also, thank you very much for your continued support and tuning in. And again, I hope everyone just has a great damn time here. As again, this is the Thanksgiving Eve tradition, AEW Dynamite, this time coming to us from Nashville, Tennessee. And it's sure to be a lot of fun, if I'm being perfectly honest here. I'm just saying. Just to give you guys a little bit more of an outlook, let's go ahead and talk about the matches real quick as we get ready for the start of the Continental Classic. Kyle Fletcher, again, low blow Kazuchika Okada last year and beat him during round-robin tournament action. Of course, going on in undefeated street until Mark Briscoe beat him. as Kyle Fletcher just lost the TNT Championship to Mark Briscoe at AEW Full Gear this past Saturday. Kyle has declared himself to be in the Continental Classic, questioning the friendships now of both Kazuchika Okada and Konosuke Takeshita. The Proto Star looking to win gold through this year's tournament and maybe off the Rainmaker. Beach. As Kazuchika Okada and Konosuke Takeshita right now is the fever dream match everyone's hoping for in this year's finals, as both look to prove who is the better wrestler and probably the better Japanese wrestler of all time. Again, I'm not sure which way it's going to go. This honestly could go to a draw. I would love for this to be the opener, if I'm being perfectly honest here. And of course, speaking of things that are going to take flight, Kevin Knight ready to jet. Of course, former participant in the Best of Super Juniors, and of course, formerly involved in the Owen Hart Foundation tournament, goes one-on-one with the ever so resilient, relentless Darby Allin, who had a major upset win last year against Will Ospreay. And of course, his semifinals was halted at the end by Ricochet in the Hammerstein Ballroom. Darby Allin looking to have a very strong start, while Kevin Knight might surprise us here, as he, of course, comes in here with zero Continental Classic experience. And of course, both sides of Jet Speed are in the same block and involved in this tournament. So we'll see how far this jet soars or if it nosedives before it truly gets off the ground. So please have your seats in the upright position for this first ever one-on-one exhibition. And of course, going along with the Gold League and the Continental Classic action, we go from the Gold League to the Blue League, as the other match we'll see tonight will be Jon Moxley versus Mascara Dorada. With his confidence probably calling question not only for himself, but for his Death Riders, can Jon Moxley make waves like he did in the first Continental Classic all the way to the finals with nearly a perfect score of 14-0-1, taking on Mascara Dorada, who's been impressing everybody outside of CMLL, Ring of Honor, and AEW, the king of the ropes. As, of course, Jon Moxley will have to contend eventually with his emissary of destruction and violence, Claudio Castagnoli. And you gotta wonder if Jon Moxley or Claudio Castagnoli would not only define each other in the Continental Classic, but the Death Riders as we know them. As, of course, we are just minutes away from AEW Dynamite taking the airways. I hope everyone enjoys the conversation, coverage, and reactions. And above all else, let's just freaking sit back and enjoy day one of the Continental Classic. Sandy here saying Continental Classic 2025. It's Okada Takeshita in the finals, despite one person saying timing too soon, since Wrestle Kingdom 20 is only days later. Again, Sandy, it does seem like that's what everybody is pushing for here, and you very well could be right. But I've seen upsets, I've seen spoilers, I've seen surprises, so I would not count anybody out here in upsetting or eliminating the Alpha Konosuke Takeshita or Kazuchika Okada. Remember, it's the top of the Blue League face the runner-up of the Gold League, and the top of the Gold League facing the runner-up of the Blue League. Those four men will be involved in the semifinals, while the finals will be determined by those two match winners, and all that will culminate at World's End. As we light the fuse, bring the boom on this Thanksgiving Eve, as it is officially time for AEW Dynamite. Let's freaking go! Oh, man, I love this time of year. I love this season, and I love this Wednesday night tradition. Oh, baby, this is going to be fun. It's Wednesday! You know what that means? AEW Dynamite is live from the Pinnacle in Nashville, Tennessee. Coming up the fallout from Full Gear as we bring you towards World's End through the Continental Classic and this Thanksgiving Eve tradition of AEW Dynamite. Welcome to get everybody into their discussion and reaction. Again, Noah Foster, Walter Cruz will be joining me here shortly. We have an absolutely packed, stacked night, celebration, competition, and of course, a drive to move forward in both the Continental Classic and the AEW Women's Tag Team Championship Tournament. Of course, the Sisters Sins will face the Babes of Wrath tonight in the semifinals, and the winner of that match, of course, will face the winner of Megan Bayne and Marina Shafir versus Timeless Toni Storm, and of course, Mina Shirakawa. As the Continental Classic gives us three matches tonight, and they're running down the same card I just gave you. Kyle Fletcher versus Kazuchika Okada, Darby Allin versus Kevin Knight, Jon Moxley versus Mascara Dorada, and Orange Cassidy versus Claudio Castagnoli has also been added to tonight's event. So we have four matches to kick off this year's Continental Classic. Oh, it's going to be good. I am looking so damn forward to this. Again, thank you all for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, comment, tell a friend. If you want to dictate the conversation, super chat, simple as that. And we're going to kick things off in extreme fashion with last year's winner and the Proto Star. And it's time for Kyle Fletcher versus Kazuchika Okada. Justin Roberts, take it away. As, of course, Okada blamed Takeshita for the reason they lost that match, while Okada didn't even show up until it was mainstream pay-per-view time because he only wrestles on the main card, never the pre-show. Of course, Okada and Takeshita have been at odds end for the better part of the last few months. And, of course, Takeshita coming off a win in the G1 Climax, the new IWGP World Heavyweight Champion, who are defending that title against Yota Tsuji at Wrestle Kingdom 20 next year, January 4th. We're just moments away from our first match here in the Continental Classic to kick off AEW Dynamite Thanksgiving Eve. A lot came ahead at Full Gear, and we'll see the fall of that tonight as, of course, we move toward World's End. And again, folks, the rules are 20-minute time limit, 3 points for a win, 1 point for a draw. Everyone is banned from ringside. If anyone gets involved, they are banned from AEW. And right on time, because I'm not simply the most reliable man here in the Super Reliable Studios, Walter Cruz has arrived for the action, having kick off the Continental Classic. Walter, how are you?
What's up, Noah?
Not much, bro.
Awesome.
Eve, it's Wednesday night, and I am feeling absolutely all right. Just got done celebrating family and feasting and laughing and playing Jetbox as you, of course, prepare what you're needing to do. And we get ready for the Proto Star Kyle Fletcher entering his second ever Continental Classic for the Blue League. And of course, Kyle Fletcher was last year's Blue League winner, the top scorer of his block.
Damn right. And it elevated him to an entire new level. I mean, he's one of the best TNT champions that just, even though he just lost it, but now he's in full circle.
Yeah, Kyle Fletcher, to your point, he's got to refocus, and he looks very focused tonight. To your point, TNT champion for over 110 days with 8 successful defenses, just lost that title this past Saturday to Mark Briscoe, and now looking to rebound to take this year's Continental Classic and the Continental Championship with it. As you saw, the Continental Championship belt presented, of course, at the announce table, with Excalibur and Tony Schiavone and Bryan Danielson. And that being said, Ren Mecca as last year's reigning and defending Continental Champion and Continental Classic winner will also kick things off for this year's tournament.
And what's funny is he is Mr. Tournament. I don't care what anybody says, whether it's NJPW, AEW, the tournament. Most likely, Okada has got like a 90% chance of winning it.
And of course, to your point right now, 15-0 singles record this year alone in AEW. Virtually unpinned and unsubmitted his AEW career. He has only lost 2 singles matches in his entire career. One to Bryan Danielson on AEW Dynamite, and of course, the other back at Forbidden Door when he had submitted to Bryan Danielson with one arm. And of course, as I also talked about before he was officially signed to AEW, last year in the Continental Classic, Kyle Fletcher beat Okada, one of Okada's only losses in last year's round robin tournament action.
Kyle Fletcher and Bryan Danielson, the only two to ever beat him. That's one is in his family now, and one's retired at the table. So what did that tell you?
I'm about to say, the tale of the tape speaks for itself. Continental Classic champion Kazuchika Okada has been the Continental champion now for 617 days. Bell reigns were officially underway, and proverbially, Walter, every match Kazuchika Okada is defending that Continental title.
That's unique, pretty much. You know, I didn't even think of that until you just said that.
Again, Don Callis may be on commentary, but Don Callis knows he cannot get involved, or not only is he banned from ringside permanently, he will be banned from AEW. Mutual handshake here, and they're going, whoa, and both men went for a kick right out of the gate. Good to see Christopher like here and Darren G as well here. And I gotta wonder if there's actually going to be any filling out process with these two here. So far, it doesn't look like it. The head scissors takeover, about leg lateral press, the cover, 1 count. Referee Rick Knox for this contest. Sweep with the leg lateral press. And again, both these men right now, back to the kick, grabbing a leg.
That was way too
quick
to try to go for a cover.
Yeah, about to say, and you figure about the fact that they know each other so well, let alone part of the same family, the Don Callis family. And both men forehead to forehead here, an intense stare down. Almost gotta wonder how much Kyle Fletcher is feeling any effects from that violent TNT Championship match, that no disqualification affairs. Of course, AEW Dynamite is trending on the X, and of course, you can be part of the conversation using the hashtag AEW Dynamite. Going back after the arm here, as Kyle Fletcher working the left wrist of the Rainmaker. Nice roll through. And right now, I almost wonder, though, is Kenosi Takeshita watching this match closely? Of course, we saw Kenosi Takeshita and Okada blame each other for the loss in that CMLL Trios Championship match. A side headlock. And everyone's saying, finally, my favorite time of the year, AEW Continental Classic season. I agree with that post.
Answer the same locker room. Did they discuss anything?
Yeah, I'm about to say, and how much is Don Callis trying to keep the peace within this family?
That must be the most awkward locker room brawl, or the plane trip.
Right? And again, right now, clean break here. Shades of what Okada usually does off of the ropes. And that is correct, Sandy. To your point, the only time he got pinned this year was a tag team match. He has not been pinned in singles action. And of course, Kenosi Takeshita winning this year's G1 Climax. The tournament that Kazuchika Okada's won 4 times over. Went on to become the new IWGP World Champion, being Zack Sabre Jr. at Pro Wrestling. Swinging a miss by both men here. Gets the midsection by Okada, the side headlock. Sent off in the ropes. Shoulder block, Protostar. Follow up, shoulder block to Okada. Tip for tap, move for move. What a big boot. And this the job.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God. This is proof of how much they know each other. You got to think about it. In order to sharpen your skills, when you're practice one, right?
Exactly.
Just because his fans don't see it don't mean it ain't happening.
And of course, Kyle Fletcher, Kazuchika Okada, we talked about members of the Don Callis family. Kyle Fletcher, big stomp to the forearm. Of course, Kazuchika Okada, reigning and defending AEW Continental Classic Champion, Continental Champion, and of course, the AEW Unified Champion. Scoop slam by the Protostar and the cover. 2 count only. For those that are now just tuning in, again, your Gold League is Darby Allin, Pac, Kevin Knight, Steve-O Mike Bailey, Kyle Fletcher, and Kazuchika Okada. And of course, the Blue League was Kenosuke Takeshita, John Moxley, Carl Castagnoli, Orange Cassidy, Roderick Strong, and Mascara Dorada. A lot of intriguing matchups here.
Aside from that blue strong.
Vicious Nightmare shot by Kyle Fletcher, the Kazuchika Okada. Right?
I don't know if you feel like that's fair to assume, but he's going to be the one at the blue with 0 points.
Well, I mean, again, it's one of those things where we've seen spoilers before in these round-robin tournaments. Again, Ricochet was the spoiler of the Darby Allin's chances of making it to the semifinals. And, of course, Commander was the spoiler of the Claudio Castagnoli in making it to the semifinals last year. There's a cover now. And, of course, Kazuchika Okada was also the winner of his block, as Kazuchika Okada was part of the Gold League in last year's Continental Classic. Kyle Fletcher was part of the opposite block, the Blue League. Stomped the leg. And again, drop down. Kyle Fletcher right now focusing on the arm of Okada that he uses for the Rainmaker, that ripcord lariat. Smart strategy here. Stiff stomp right there, the shoulder blades. Kyle Fletcher, former Ring of Honor World Television Champion. Kazuchika Okada, former multiple-time IWGP World and World Heavyweight Champion, and former 6-man number openweight champion. And the Protostar looking to soar. Right? And Rick Knox inadvertently kicked in the ropes by Okada, who takes the base of Kyle Fletcher. Drop kick! Sending the Pro Star to the floor.
The most beautiful drop kicks. Well, actually, both these men have beautiful drop kicks. Just Okada's looks a lot smoother.
Okada saying, so sorry, bitch.
I don't think he means it.
Yeah, but I was say Okada's the smartest worker since Ric Flair with this new dirty attitude. And will we see Okada or Kyle Fletcher score the first 3 points? Stay tuned, folks. First one, quiet picture or 4 commercial break on Max. Fuck television.
I was just going to say that looked like a setup to a commercial, just the way they did that.
I'm about to say it now on the outside of the ring. And technically, count out does still count as a victory. Of course, these matches have a 10 count on the outside of the ring. And that is correct, Charles. Not for the Unified Championship, the Continental Classic for the Continental Championship. A title that Kazuchika Okada is proverbially defending in every single match. And of course, right
you know
now,
I feel like they should install, if you're defending the title for every match, you should be able to earn a bye just because you're the champion. Yeah.
But I mean, you know, it's almost like, you know, the IWGP Heavyweight Champion being involved in the G1 Climax. You think about it, they're defending their spot because they're not only trying to defend their choice in choosing their opponent, they're defending their right to call themselves champion because people who beat people during those round robin tournaments get a future title shot. I would imagine the same thing would apply here. And again, Kyle Fletcher beat Okada in last year's round robin tournament action.
Yeah, so this is a revenge match.
Exactly. In more ways than one.
You watching Max or TBS? Because I don't got picture in picture.
I'm watching Max, dude. That's why I'm just shooting the breeze, of course, with you here. And again, we always use Max. But again, folks, you can be part of the conversation and live watch on the us via HBO Max or TBS. As here at the Survivor Studios, we use the HBO Max service for all Elite Wrestling coverage. And again, as I like to remind you, we are covering the entirety of the Continental Classic this year, starting tonight, moving forward tomorrow with AEW Collision Thanksgiving, in the week 2 with AEW Dynamite and Collision, as you see there, Collision from GalaxyCon, before we cover, of course, Ring of Honor Final Battle. And we move to Winter is Coming in Atlanta, Georgia, followed by Manchester, United Kingdom for the Holiday Bash, Dynamite and Collision. And of course, we return back to the States, the Hammerstein Ballroom for AEW Dynamite 34th Street and Christmas Collision, as we look at the League Finals and Championship culmination at the World's End in Chicago, Illinois on December 27th.
Mm-hmm.
And about to say, Sandy has a question. Where's Walter? All I see is his shadows. On the road again.
Yeah, on the road again.
Here we go. Non copyright, damn it, non copyright. Anyway, as I talked about,
the 3 hours kills me. I be at stores and shit, be like, oh my god, it's 5. That means it's 8.
In California, dude, you gotta remember that time differential. That's hilarious, though. But hey, Walter, it's good to have you here. Good to have you, boy. It's good to see you, even if you're in the shadows. At least we know you're here. We can see you more than John Cena. And stay tuned for becoming Survivor Series this Saturday, along with the 15 Survivor Series this Friday night after SmackDown. And return to AEW Dynamite Thanksgiving Day for the Continental Classic opening match for the Gold League. And right now, Kazuchika Okada control the Protostar, big scoop slam. Yeah, and we all know what that usually sets up for if you've watched Kazuchika Okada, as long as I have. Up to the top rope, and Kyle, turnout's fair play. Pushing the referee and taking Okada's base. And Fletcher returning the favor here, saying he's sorry. Again, how well these two know each other, to your point, Walter, the dirty tricks included. Now to the top rope, Kyle, big wrist move, hook Okada for a superplex. Impact. Ooh.
I don't think they wouldn't expect any less from one another, to be honest.
Yeah, you're not wrong there, bruv. Both men down here. Take a look at the replay if you want, folks. For a massive superplex as Kyle and Okada hard landing. Every Rick Knox institutes in the standing 10 count. Again, a draw will mean that both men will get 1 point. As a Continental Classic right now, Kyle Fletcher, Kazuchika Okada in motion. The Irish whip, the reversal. Kyle off the ropes. Kyle breaks through the Okada. Runs through with a boot. Stiff kick to the face of the Rainmaker. And now Kyle looking to follow with that running forearm, actually. And hooking Okada. Backdrop suplex. Now the cover. 2 count only. Okada pulls out. Woof.
Yeah.
Oop, he went through a dead zone. Don't worry, folks. He'll be back. He'll be back. As Walter Cruz tries to look for a clear signal, Kyle Fletcher looks for a clear way to become a champion once again. AEW now trying to hook Okada up, pause for a tombstone. Okada hooking the head of Kyle with a neck breaker over the knee. And of course, excuse me, Najee McGuinness, Excalibur, and Tony Schiavone on commentary right now for the time being. Excuse me. Now Okada looking maybe for that top rope elbow drop. Of course, Shuchika Okada beat the inaugural Continental Classic champion, Eddie Kingston, who beat Jon Moxley back in 2023 and won his Continental Championship, Eddie Kingston, at the Coca-Cola Coliseum in March of 2023. It's a hell of a hot match here right now. And Okada dropped Kyle with a big forearm. And Okada drops the elbow for the heart of the Proto Star. And we've seen this before. Cameraman, get ready for my wide shot. Fuck you. Shaking bastard. Every time. Now Kyle. Wrist control. And Kyle ducks underneath. Oh! Fletcher counters that. And then shoulder suplex. Countering the Rainmaker attempt. Again, 1 point for a draw, 3 points for a win, unlike the G1 Climax. Now Kyle lining up the Rainmaker. Okada goes to the outside. A hot start here tonight. Again, these matches with a 20-minute time limit. PK denied. Okada. Drops Kyle face first on the apron. Oof. Uh-oh. DDT! Draping from the apron to the floor. Good Lord. Dropped hard on his head. Concussive effects, no doubt, still lingering on the Proto Star from that damning TNT Championship no disqualification match. Crowd chanting, this is awesome, and I firmly agree. There you see, of course, the beautiful AEW Continental Championship, the crown jewel that will be presented to the winner of this tournament. And now Okada with Kyle up on the shoulders. Heavy rain. Okada with the cover, hook at the far leg, and Knox gets a 2.5. Woof. Almost feels like everyone's just bidding right now to be the leader, the captain, the front runner, the A player of the Don Callis family. And now Okada just toying with Kyle Fletcher here. Not a wise move to prod the Proto Star, in my opinion. Of course, Okada, one of the strongest mental games in the business, loves to test himself as much, if not even more, than his opponent. Clubbing forearm exchange here. Okada getting the better. Now going up the ropes. And runs into a super kick. Okada, though, back to his feet. Kyle drop kicked into the corner. Kyle back to his feet. Swinging a miss. Pushed off the ropes again. Drop kick. Dropped Kyle to his knees. Not the win out of his chest. Now hooked up. Tombstone pile driver. Targeting the neck again. And now wrist control. Red Okada. Okada makes an over driver. Wow. And the crowd is on their feet for this opening contest on tonight's episode of AEW Dynamite and our opening bout in the Continental Classic. What a furious exchange. Yes, folks, I might have hiccups, but I'm still talking. AEW chants raining out loud and proud. Not only were the best wrestle, but were the strongest and the damnedest wrestle. And of course, that first match can be so pinnacle to your momentum in this tournament. Kyle Fletcher, who went literally undefeated in round robin tournament action before Mark Briscoe had his first loss, stopping the Proto Star at 9 points, ending with 12 overall. Now Kyle Fletcher and Okada, both men finding up to their feet. The fatigue's got to come into play here eventually. One of these men literally might give Big elbows being delivered now by the former TNT champion, lining up Okada. Discus denied Okada. Now the backslide. Roll through. Wrist control. Rainmaker! A short range Rainmaker maintaining wrist control, not the 4 torque through it. And right now, again, Okada looking for the full force. Kyle Fletcher getting out of the way. Once again, caught by Okada. Look for the Emerald Frozen. Kyle again, able to counter. Long darting the Continental Champion in the corner. And now hooking up Okada for a last ride. Power bomb, liner bomb, counter 2, and Okada kicks out. Oh, my word. Woo! This is what happens when you drive yourself to be the best by any means necessary with Don Callis influence. Good Lord. Okada lined up for the protostar, Kyle Fletcher. The flying kick, back of the head. Now hooking up Okada again. Possibly looking for that brainbuster. Okada must skip out the back door. Whoa! Push almost to Rick Knox. Wrist control. Real Rick Knox almost got contacted again. Kyle hits Okada with the flying kick. And now hooking Okada up. Brainbuster denied. Knee to the top of the head. Ring of the eyes. Ring of the eyes. Desperation sitting in for the Continental Classic champion. And Rainmaker roll through counter cover. 2. Kyle got him. Kyle got him. Kyle Fletcher just pinned Kazuchika Okada again in the Continental Classic. Wow! 2 Continental Classics in a row. The Rainmaker falls to the Protostar, and Okada starts with 0, while Kyle Fletcher starts the league with 3 points. An incredible opening match. I can only imagine what's going through the Rainmaker's mind. As gold and blue the action still to come tonight, Kyle Fletcher kicking things off with another huge 3-point win over this year's reigning and defending Continental Classic champion. And both men with a dubious means to try and do it, it was a counter roll-up that led to it. Pure and simple. So they're coming tonight, Darby Allin, of course, Kyle Casanova versus Orange Cassidy, Darby Allin versus Kevin Knight, John Moss versus Mascara Dorada, and Kyle Fletcher with the handout. Okada actually shakes the hand of Kyle Fletcher. You gotta respect that. It looks like Proto Okada might have solved old wounds, at least for the night. Standing ovation for that match, by the way. What an opener. Wow. Kyle Fletcher kicking back into full gear following what happened at Saturday night. We got a moment to breathe. Well, what about that? Kyle Fletcher beats Okada again in the first match this time of the Continental Classic. What a win. Let's go ahead and take a look at your comments here real quick. Safet and Darren both saying, what a match. Safet saying, holy shit. Okada lost. You're damn right he did. And of course, Elizabeth saying, Fletcher is so focused. Okada is starting to meet his match to former Kyle Fletcher. Very well possible. As we go backstage to Kenny Omega with Lexi Nair. Oh, man. Safe to say the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega reunited? Complicated answer. Haven't been on play, my old friend. Last few years, see me do things I'm not proud of. And I was once fooled by Don as well. Be a hypocrite to not take all that into account. Really? Still hard to see where the Bucks and him stand. If his friends wouldn't accept for who he is, for my faults, the fans wouldn't accept me for that way. Who might say that the Bucks don't deserve a second chance? And some very poignant words of humility from the cleaner Kenny Omega when it comes to the elite. Oh, hello. Oh, look at that. Mad Nick Jackson coming out of Kenny Omega's locker room. Lexinair, you might have got your answer already. Well, will there be peace when they are done? Is the Elite truly back? That's still to be determined. But coming up next, from the Continental Classic to the AEW Women's Tag Team Championship Tournament, we return from this commercial break. It will be the Babes of Wrath versus the Sisters of Sin. Will the 9-go Harley Cameron taking on Sky Blue and Julia Hart, where, of course, the winner of this match will wait to see who they will face in the finals when it comes to Megan Bayne and Marina Shafir, still to come later in this AEW Women's Tag Team Championship Tournament. As we take another commercial break for right now. Fuck television. Oh, my goodness. That was fucking incredible, first off. What an opening contest. Wow. All right. Well, I'm a little winded. Let's go ahead and see what we got here from Sandy. Okada better not end up like the Knockout Brothers, though, as this tournament moves along. Still stunned they lost to Roman and David Finlay to begin the World Tag League. I am too, actually, but it just goes to show, just because you're the champion doesn't mean you're not untouchable. I almost feel like being champion puts you at the most pressure because you have to prove a point. Everyone else has to gain. You have everything to lose. And Okada and Fletcher just proved that tonight. Kyle Fletcher beat Okada. That's huge. Period. Anyway, as we got a moment to breathe here right now, I just want to say again, thank you all that are tuning in. Please like, comment, and tell a friend. I hope that you all are enjoying the coverage here. I've been doing this for all the biggest shows, pay-per-view specials, PLDs for WWE, NXT, AEW, TNA, ROH, independent promotions, including number 2, HOG, DCW, JCW, as well as New Japan, and so much more to come. Again, please stay tuned. Out of the night, we'll be back tomorrow night to cover Thanksgiving Collision as the Condo Classic continues. We'll be back here Friday night for Survivor Series City Predicting. That's 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time live right here at the Cements brand. Me and a gaggle of fools, including Jeff Mudder from Egypt, who will be there live. And we'll be here this Saturday bringing you our own countdown with live music from our friend Ariel of the Survivor Studios and the Jeff Meacham Network and Jeff Meacham, as well as our coverage of Survivor Series Saturday night before we shift once again into your weekly moderate conversation of wrestling madness known as the Saturday Shenanigans. So I hope you buckle in for a feast of content this week with us here at Survivor Studios regarding all things wrestling. And shout out to my AEW fan, of course, on the X and social medias. And again, it's a delight for me to be here with you all once again, preferably in this commentary seat, as I love to do this for all the fans that I can and all the friends here. And of course, the Knockout Brothers, by the way, 0-2, they lost to the house, even though it's early. The less time about the House of Torture, the better off that we are, Sandy. I'm just saying. And despite the fact she's a fan of them, don't be a dickhead. Subscribe to Data Barrett for Wrestling. Follow our friend Shadowbat Ash on the X, Barrett for Wrestling. You can find her on YouTube. Expect more content to come from her regarding New Japan Pro Wrestling, pop culture, and so much more. Appreciate you, Ash, as always. All right. Well, again, as we get ready for what's ahead, we are going to continue forward with the AEW Women's Tag Team Championship Tournament. As again, as I said, the Babes of Wrath, Harley Cameron, and Will Nightingale will take on Julia Hart and Sky Blue. This is a semifinals match, as of course the Babes of Wrath beat Athena and Mercedes Moné, while the Sisters of Sin beat Jamie Hayter, I'm a hater, and of course Queen Aminata. The winner of this match will move on to the finals to crown the inaugural AEW Women's Tag Team Champions, while waiting the winner on the other side of the bracket of Toni Storm and Mina Shirakawa taking on Megan Bayne and Marina Shafir. As of course, this past Saturday, we saw these 4 teams in 4-way tag action where Toni and Mina got to win and pick the stipulation yet to be determined for their semifinals match against Megan Bayne and Marina Shafir. And speaking of Full Gear, of course, we saw the Proto Star rise to the occasion, being the Rainmaker tonight, but Mark Briscoe rise to achieve his destiny, becoming the brand new TNT champion. Let's hear from the TNT champ. Yeah, the words, you know? I lost. The most important thing to me. Talking about family, man. I lost my brother. I had myself, man. It's been a long road since then. Didn't know if I want to carry on. I didn't know if I want to do this anymore without him. But I had to make him proud. It's us. And failure after failure, after defeat, after defeat, after loss, The disappointment. A disappointment, man. But you know what they say? This time of season for everything. And when family's online, and my crew, my boys, my family, the conglomeration, yeah. That changes everything, man. Got my road family, got my home family. This for both of them. This for both of them. My nephew, my nieces, my mom, my dad, my wife and my kids, my sister, my in-laws, my in-law sisters. For Sussex County, Resi. Here for you, dog. We did it, baby. Damn right you did, boy. Mark Briscoe, be proud. Brand new TNT champion. Congratulations again to Mark Briscoe. And again, you all can follow our coverage of Full Gear in the archives of our studios. You can go check it out on HBO Max Live if you want to watch it yourself. As we get ready now for the AEW Women's Tag Team Championship Tournament semifinals to get underway. Oh, boy. Spooky Bitches versus Power and Unorthodoxness. Julia Hart and Sister Sin. Sky Blue have arrived. The Triangle of Madness. And, of course, many people have already put Sky Blue and Julia Hart in the conversation as the inaugural AEW Women's Tag Team Champions, of course. And, of course, if they want that chance, they have to advance through their opponents tonight in the Babes of Wrath with a victory over Will Nightingale and Harley Cameron, of course, from Blood and Guts. And, of course, Julia Hart and Sky Blue have had their fair fallout with the former TBS champion, Willow Nightingale, in her run as champion. And here comes something that you just got to smile anyways to or feel the wrath, the Babes of Wrath. Harley Cameron coming off an incredible effort against Athena for the Ring of Honor Women's World Championship after pinning Athena and eliminating her and Monet from this tournament. Of course, Willow Nightingale, former TBS champion, former NWA Strong Women's champion. It might be the most infectious personalities here on our screen right now with this bubbly, wild, beautiful, multi-talented duo. I almost feel like when you look at the bracket when it was first made, I feel like Harley Cameron, Willow Nightingale was the team people thought the least likely to even make it out of the opening round. The ultimate underdogs in this tournament. Referee Mike Posey for this contest. The bell rings, we are underway. Julia Hart and Harley Cameron. Looks like they will kick things off here. Personally, I dig Spooky Bitches. I like this spooky faction. One team smiling, the other one right now, no freaking emotion whatsoever. Get to the midsection by Harley Cameron. Nice headlock takeover there. Of course, we've really seen Harley Cameron break out this year ever since really her match against Carver to Mercedes Moné for the TBS Championship at Grand Slam Australia in February. A tag made. Willow Nightingale, of course, recently signed with AEW. Oof. And Julia Hart, great anticipation there. Willow Nightingale. Now Willow and Harley double teaming. One half of the Sisters of Sin with a double backdrop suplex. A little booty bump there. A little celebration. Don't celebrate for the fat, though. Now Harley on the back of Willow Nightingale. And, oh, God, double senton drop on Julia. And now the cover here. And Mike Posey gets a 2 as Sky Blue breaks it up. A little bit too much celebrating there. And speaking of celebrating, let's finally celebrate that Walter Cruz has arrived home in the studio. Walter, welcome officially to AEW Dynamite Thanksgiving Eve. The Bears are taking on the Sisters of Sin in semifinals women's tag team tournament action. How you feeling?
Oh. Out of the Shadow Realms.
About to say I'm brought to life, but again, who's going to come to life to be part of the finals of this tournament here? Irish whip, short range clothesline, schoolgirl roll up, Sky Blue, nice bridge for a 2 count. And with a power out of it, though, the Bear with the power bomb. Now the backslide by Willow. Shoulders. Sky Blue able to roll through again, though. Of course, Sky Blue will not go kicked off the women's Blood and Guts match. And a tag made out of Harley Cameron.
That bloody, beautiful blood and guts.
Accurate. As back and forth scoop slam. Harley Cameron is legal, by the way. Now the Cazadora. Oh, no! Tag made now. Sky reaches Julia Hart, and Harley Cameron is legal. Julia taking a cheap shot against Willow, taking her down hard on the apron. And Julia Hart and Sky Blue have isolated Harley Cameron. Inside back heel trip. Standing moonsault by the former TBS champion. The cover. Hook of the near leg.
They tried to do what you love when they use each other as weapons, but it didn't work.
I'm about to say. Tag made. Sky Blue. I mean, I feel like, Walter, what I was talking about earlier, Harley Cameron and the Nightingale might be the most undercard team in this tournament, but I feel like Sky Blue and Julia Hart were the first ballot team everyone picked in this tournament. Oh, face first.
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
Very sinister pairing. The definition of good versus evil is these two teams. No doubt about that. Harley Cameron will roll up on Sky. Miscommunication there with the one. Julia sent into the barricade by Willow, though.
I hate when we come back from commercial, I always get out of sync. I just got the Willow throwing somebody.
Yeah, it's all good, brother. We'll figure it out. The double step, the Irish whip. Nice sling blade by Harley Cameron to Sky Blue.
Now I got the sling blade.
And right now, Harley Cameron in the driver's seat looking to feel the wrath. And Sky Blue might be feeling something here. Big splash in the corner, and Harley Cameron right now. The Irish whip. And again, we talk about the growing evolution of this AEW Women's Division, Walter. Harley Cameron is one of the biggest definitions of it this year.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we first know this woman for singing the inspiration music and part of QTV. Distraction by Julia Hart, though, and that non-verbal trust and communication that the System of Sin have much more than the Bears of Wrath. Swinging neck breaker, cover over the far leg, and a 2 count. And Sky Blue now taking the advantage. Will the System of Sin ascend to heaven and leave the Bears of Wrath in hell and out of this tournament? Stay tuned. Restaurant quality, picture-in-picture, commercial break on Max. Fuck television.
Mm-hmm.
It does make me wonder, though, Walter. We are down to 4 teams, and you got to imagine we don't know the stipulation yet, what Tony and Mina have for Bane and Shafir. But we saw the subtleties and the subtle tension, of course, with the System of Sin and Mega Bane, Marina Shafir. And Willow Nightingale said she's looking to be the Death Rider's biggest problem, so we know the fall with Shafir and power versus power, Megan Bane and freaking Willow Nightingale. And, of course, Harley Cameron's nose was broken by Megan Bane. So there really is a lot for everybody here to look forward to if Bane and Shafir are waiting on the other side. Do you feel that could be more of a motivation for either of these two teams?
Yeah, it could be that after getting her nose broken, extra motivation, of course. But they were unable to win the match, which would show that they could have got the choose the stipulation. So maybe they got a little bit more chip on their shoulder to prove too, because they didn't win that match.
Yeah, that's true. But I do wonder who wants this more as the drive, I wonder. And I do think the System of Sin, I do think they want it more, but I also could see Willow Nightingale and Harley Cameron being driven to this goal since being put together as a tag team. It almost feels like, though, when I look at Sky Blue and Julia Hart's evolution together in AEW, this might be more meant for them to lead this division as champions. And shout out real quick to the KG. King Antran, what's up, brother? So good to see you in the chat. Hope you're doing well. I look forward to the next time we go impromptu. And folks, please go check out me and the King and Lex going impromptu ATW style when it came to the selection special for this year's Continental Classic. And of course, we are looking at 2 former TBS champions and 2 other ladies here still looking for gold here at AEW.
Well, I switched to Sling TV. I got picture-in-picture, so I can give a call.
Yeah, but go for it, man. Let us know what's happening as we will be back soon for those on HBO Max. And I hope you all enjoy the coverage and relax with us here like a Bob Ross painting session. Just drive that brush into the canvas. And might try to drive someone's head in the canvas when we get back here.
Oh,
I would never do ASMR, but I'm just saying.
Harley Clam is getting double teamed in the corner. Now they're pausing out of the back.
Harley Clam?
Harley Cameron.
We're back here at AEW Time. I'm messing with you, dude. Thanksgiving Eve, Julia Hart and Harley Cameron up in the corner here. Julia Hart going old school on Harley Cameron right now, walking across the ropes and dropping Harley Cameron down to her knees. Flying tag made. Blind lariat to the back.
Now
Lariat.
I'm back in full screen, and she just did the freaking old school.
Okay. Let me know when you get the cover, dude. We're all right here. And Sky Blue should be legal. Follow up with the PK. The cover and 2 count. Let me know when you got that cover, dude.
I got the blind tag, a clothesline from behind.
Yep. And Brad saying Sky Blue again.
Punt kick. Here's a cover. 1, 2, kick out.
Yeah, Willow Nightingale, though, you notice there might be a sense of urgency, but she did not go to break it up, though. And I feel that does go to the trust that these two have for each other, despite how young their tag team is. Now Julia Hart looking for the tarantula here. And, running drop kick to Harley Cameron's midsection.
That's one way to stop before the 5 count.
Cover. 2 count only by referee Mike Posey. Willow Nightingale trying to encourage Harley Cameron to stay in this fight. Of course, we spoke about again, though, the definition of single experience versus tag team awareness. Waist lock applied here. Whoop, went for the high kick. The third knee. Harley Cameron hoisting up Sky Blue. Ow! It's not an impact here, but this is a critical chance for the Babes of Rev to bring the power forward. If Harley Cameron can make the tag to Willow Nightingale here, tag made on opposite sides. Let's revisit the TBS Championship feud, shall we? And of course, Willow Nightingale, former TBS champion for Mercedes, when they beat her for it at Double or Nothing 2023.
Don't remind me of that shit.
Whoa, bloody shot.
She still got the damn championship.
Big boot. 2000, I'm about to say 2000 and, a tag made.
24.
Yeah, about to say, yeah. Excuse me. The years sometimes just run together. And planted with a spine buster. She's not legal. Willow unaware that it's not legal. And Sky Blue immediately on the attack. Great.
We're almost at the end of this year, so just look at that.
Yeah, of course, we'll be at the World's End soon enough. And the World's End will culminate the Continental Classic. Up and around. DDT!
Nice.
And Sky Blue, Julia Hart taking full control for the time being. Combination offense here, front and back to Willow. Sky's legal, cover, back press with the far leg to advance that 2 count. Man. And of course, again, we'll have to be back here tomorrow night on TNT, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for AEW Collision Fates. Given the continuation of the Continental Classic, we will also see Thekla go one-on-one with Ty Mello in women's singles action. And double superplex by the Bear with the power to the Sisters of Sin. Willow Nightingale again, just so powerful. Driving Sky Blue back first in the turnbuckle. Harley Cameron nowhere, though, to make the tag. Now is there. Tag
she pops up.
Power slam by Willow. Harley Cameron legal, though. Harley up the ropes. Tried this earlier. The Kaza, Dora, drop.
There you go. That's what Noah likes.
2 count only. And Sky Blue able to kick out. It's a great tag team.
When you use your partner as a weapon.
Especially if it leads to the win. And I do think Harley Cameron is very close to that doorstep. Ooh! Rising knee strike. Harley in the Sisters of Sin corner. And Julia Hart eats a cheap shot, though. Kick. I think the knee caught Sky Blue to the side of the head.
I think that was a knee. Yeah, she tried to go for a kick, but the knee, whatever works.
Inside Russian leg sweep, great follow-up, and Harley Cameron needs to keep stepping forward if they want to punch their ticket to the finals. With something big out of the corner to the second rope, clubbing shot to the lower spine. And right now, block Cheeky Nando, South Dragon Wrestling, JJ Williams. Good to see him in the chat. Always appreciate him. Power bomb by Sky Blue. I'll get his thoughts into this match. And right now, the Sisters of Sin, Julia Hart, with the setup, big chance here. Looking for that top rope. Picture perfect moonsault.
No, she missed it. She jumped too far, and she looked so good doing it.
That was poor positioning by Sky Blue. Put Harley Cameron way too close inside. That might cost them here. They are still isolated, though, with Harley Cameron. And the double soup face first. Stereo thrust kick, combination by the Sisters of Sin, bending Harley Cameron backwards.
Ooh, did you see the way she landed? Ow.
Yeah, no kidding.
That could hurt her hamstring.
That might be what the Sisters of Sin might be going for here, for all we know. Looking for a double team here. Possibly a magic killer. Harley Cameron flying back, eats another stereo super kick. Staggered on spaghetti legs. Irish whip, blind tag made by Willow. And again, Harley Cameron does leave the banner, meeting of the minds. Backstabber, clothesline.
Hey!
And again, through the Hearts League goes. We got the bit with the power. Bomb! 1, 2, the round advance to the finals.
Oh man, that means that's definitely Megan Bane is gonna advance now. They're not gonna do a face versus face finals.
You don't know that, dude. This is AEW. We don't go conventional here. If anything, we've learned about these last 2 weeks about this company. But we just saw the Bears of Wrath are our first finalists. The Sins of Sin are eliminated.
Bane
And that means Willow Niagara and Harley Cameron will face Megan Bane, Ramina Shafir, or Timeless Totally Storm and Mina Shirakawa to determine the first ever AEW Women's Tag Team Champions.
That's his prediction. I mean, I think we all feel that way.
I'm about to say, of course, the Continental Classic still to continue. Clark Casanova versus Orange Cassidy. We got John Moss versus Mascara Dorada. But coming up next, the Ops celebrate with the new men's AEW World Champion Samoa Joe after this commercial break. Fuck television.
I love Willow.
I'm about to say, who doesn't love Willow? I'm very happy that Willow has this chance. But you do realize what this means, right? The Sisters of Sin are going to come back with their own wrath. And I don't think Harley Cameron and Willow Nightingale are going to like it. Well, I don't know if that's a bracket buster for people, but maybe an upset for some. The Sisters of Wrath are eliminated. They're gone. Now, acknowledge here, of course, the chat. Shout out again to the Renegade Wrestling JJ Williams. I appreciate you, bruv. Again, folks, please follow the Renegade Wrestling JJ Williams. There you, of course, see the social medias there. ROWJJ Williams for festive holiday content and also a new series about how two sons can tell a story, if not the same story. Again, follow the Renegade JJ Williams as always. Casting Studio, it's Casting Studio, ROWJJ Williams on the X, and the Renegade JJ Williams on the Instagram. Appreciate you always, bro. Now, let's see what he's got to say. What up, guys? I got an early prediction for the C2 finals, and I want Noah's thoughts. I got Okada versus Takeshita for the finals. You and probably everybody else that saw this bracket, per se. The only way this doesn't happen is if one of those two men screw each other somehow at the semifinals of the Continental Classic. Because again, in round robin action, there cannot be nobody at ringside because they are banned. If they get involved, they are banned from AEW. It's got to be at this point almost like a no-brainer. But okay, how many people had the Sisters of Sin being the inaugural AEW Women's Tag Team Champions?
I did originally. I'm not gonna lie. Originally, I did.
How many people had Taiji, as I talked about, the first ever women's tag team, if you've been an AEW fan as long as I have, with a chance to be the AEW Women's Tag Team Champions? They got eliminated. We're down to Bears of Wrath, Tony Amina, and Bane and Shafir. One of those three teams is going to be the inaugural AEW Women's Tag Team Champions. And we still don't know what Tony Amina's stipulation is. Just saying. And
I know what I want it to be.
Stop it! Someone already said it. You stop it. You're a
guys. The fact you can put the hashtag up.
Oh, you already did it. Damn it! Standing here with a hot take. It's going to be Tony Mina in the finals. Shafir choked Mina out a few weeks back, so Tony Mina get revenge and face Bears of Wrath in the finals.
I'm backing off of Willow. That's all you.
All right, both of you need to grow the frick up, all right, and calm the heck down. Dadgum. And Sandy said, I remember Julia misting both Sky and Willow at some time back, and it's wild that misting consumed Willow like it did Sky. Not everybody can be corrupted by evil, per se. I know I haven't yet, and I deal with these yahoos on a weekly basis. How I'm not corrupted is a freaking miracle by God.
You get corrupted when I talk about Mina. You made puns the other day. I do corrupt you.
That's not corruption. That's a simulation. I have to go to Tony Schiavone in the ring. As of course,
I wonder if
there's so much change, including this.
You know this is going to lead to a swerve, right?
I mean, someone's going to invade this house. As of course, we have a new men's AEW World Champion, the Ops, Samoa Joe. Let's welcome in the new AEW Men's World Champion.
I think Nick is right, though. He might give his tag title to Hook today. Well, he said it was going to happen. He didn't say when. I'm guessing it should happen tonight.
We'll find out here.
Speaking of that, did you send Nick the link?
No. I thought that you did.
I got it.
And of course, Samoa Joe sporting both the AEW Men's World Championship and the AEW Trios Championships, escorted by Katsuya Shibata and Powerhouse Hobbs. Why does it feel just so right to see Samoa Joe in a suit holding a world title in 2025?
Right?
I was about to say, the most lethal combatant, arguably in this business, is once again the men's world champion of All Elite Wrestling. Lord help us.
I honestly thought he might have been a one-time champion, but I'm kind of glad they did this.
Listen, I'll talk about more of my statistical analysis next week of Papagino on Post Predictions Mortem. Stay tuned for more on that. Yeah, it looks like, again, Tony Schiavone, be careful.
I would give them the mic and leave the fucking ring. If I was
Well,
Tony.
again, Tony Schiavone, no respect for him as Joe takes the mic. Beat you to the punch, Walter.
Look at that scar.
Don't remind to get Hillbilly out
Told
of
you.
here.
Told you.
Poor Tony. Again, no respect for Tony Schiavone. Not a single bit of respect.
Dude, look at the scar on Joe's forehead.
I mean, again, dude, he got carved like a Thanksgiving turkey. What the hell?
You know, you can see the staples on there. That's
right
where-
now, I see a car pulling up with Swerve Strickland.
And a Chevy
That's Tahoe
Tahoe with a
gun?
staple gun.
Oh no. You know, I should have expected this to happen from the most dangerous man in All Elite Wrestling. I didn't think it was this soon.
Oh, he's not alone.
I never thought I would see Heyman Adam Page and Swerve Strickland side by side with change.
I don't even think words were needed. They're just gonna go.
Oh boy. Yeah, before I was so really erupted, I'll let you take the transfer. Shabazz gonna go meet them backstage. I think that's a death wish.
Mm-hmm. Tonight, we celebrate. Where's Hook?
I don't know.
Whose house? Swerve house. Here comes the Ops Dojo. Those yahoos. Did the dojo grow?
I don't know.
That looked like more people than Swerve took out last week.
I mean, after the one guy had his arm snapped in half, I mean, Joe needed to go back to more students.
Mm-hmm. Unparalleled splendor.
The hell does that mean?
I have no idea, but you can see the stitches in Joe's head.
When Joe speaks, you listen.
Everything went to plan. The big Will Hobbs, amazing feats of strength. Yeah, he
Boy ripped the damn chain off the door.
Mm-hmm.
On a
Hangman
muscle
in the
buster
middle.
with the
Hell
damn
yeah.
championship.
Out of the
Can't
corner.
think he did at Wrestle Dream.
And I told you there was like no room to do the buckshot. I knew something would have had to happen. They had to wait till that door opened.
Swerve and Heyman together, though, might be the most lethal duo in AEW history.
I surprised you so you can better understand how we got here today. I think they're going to show a video package, Noah.
I think they're going to show that the odds was never lacking and Hook was always part of the plan.
I told you he was his mentor. I knew it was going to happen. I like saw it coming.
Yeah, about to say. Opportunity came calling. About to say, somebody to see what happened tonight.
He said at some point, I'm still going to have your back. Look, that was a clue and we didn't know it.
But I mean, again, he incapacitated. Hook was literally put to sleep by Samoa Joe. Was that all part of the plan as well?
Mm-hmm.
The fact of the matter is, Hook literally cost him and Page the men's AEW World Championship.
Mm-hmm.
That's the bottom line.
Hook was Judas in Hangman's group.
About to say Samoa Joe, the master manipulator, some of his best work. So the fix was in the whole time.
A champion that's worthy enough to be called the greatest in this industry.
It's hard to argue. 25 years.
Without further ado, I told you he's going to bring out Hook and give him the title. Watch.
Oh,
this is Hook.
There he is. And there you see that Tantron showing Samoa Joe's dirty work that he has Ops Handler perform.
What theme song is this?
That's that new theme that he's been having.
Hmm. Sound like some Frank Sinatra shit.
It's literally that. Unfreaking believable. Unfreaking believable.
Let's see if he gives him that tag title.
Yeah, I wonder again though. Moments like this, his dad gotta be proud of him for doing stuff like this. Let's not forget, Taz was once with Samoa Joe.
This is the present and the future hugging it out right now.
Accurate. Now Hook has a mic. This is the rare thing.
Yeah, you don't see him speak too often.
Well, let's see how much he's learned from Samoa Joe when it comes to giving a promo.
Don't forget the other two are still in the way. All these rednecks
We are in Nashville, Tennessee, to be fair.
are too stupid to realize that they're looking at the greatest second generation wrestler that this industry has ever seen. No, don't get too far ahead of yourself, brother.
About to say, yeah, you're really like, tooting your own horns.
Do him a favor.
Whose house?
Whose house?
Swerve's house! Uh-oh. I don't think those Ops Dojo boys had a nice run-in with Swerve and Hangman.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, boy.
That's that new theme. There's the burning house, which
way,
the person he's walking into caused. The person he's walking in here with.
Who would have thought these two are not only bound by a chain, but literally burnt down together?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, boy.
I mean,
oh, man. And Swerve entering through the audience, armed and ready for war.
And I bet you Hangman enters the other side.
Well, the Ops Dojo right now surrounding the ring, and Samoa Joe might need far more better, capable sacrificial security. And to your point, Hangman Page, Cowboy Shizneck has arrived in Nashville, Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
Where's he coming out of? Of course, the Buckshot Bar.
Uh-huh. Taking a shot, too.
Whoever heard you can't drink on the job?
Right? Yeah, they both have chains. This is crazy.
Swerve with a staple gun, Hangman Page with a beer bottle, two men with a personal vendetta against the Ops. And don't give a damn who's in their way. Oh, my!
Oh, whoever that goon was, goodbye.
Yeah, I'm about to say Samoa Joe sending the sacrificial troops to the slaughter.
Oh, my God. You see how long that chain is on top of that?
You see right now who's wielding them? Hangman Page. Oh, man!
I think he used a beer bottle there.
Yeah, he just brained that boy.
He's looking to brand it. Yo, man. You don't know what's up their sleeve. They could have a third person we don't know about.
If these Ops Dojo people value their lives, they better get the hell out of there.
Nope, they made the ring. Swerve dropped the staple gun.
Yeah, trying to grab a hold of Hook at the Ops Dojo right now, saving Samoa Joe from a fucking assault. Let's be honest here, dude. This is an assault. These two are not going to stop until they get their hands on Samoa Joe and the Ops.
He's stapling their heads.
Necessary. We're stapling right now. Oh, boy. Oh,
based on Hook's mouth that he just ran, why is he running then, right? You just said you're the greatest this and the second generation. Why didn't you stand up to these two?
Discretion, the better part of battle, I suppose, to survive. Power bombs by both Swerve and Hangman.
When did you ever think that you would say that these two would be a tag team? Or at least on the same page?
I understood burying the past and all in, but I never thought they would bury it this much to form an alliance.
Well, a common enemy.
I mean, to your point, Swerve was Samoa Joe's undoing. Uh-oh. Oh, no.
I shudder to think what they're about to do with these chains. Are they going to dangle them over the ropes, aren't they?
Yeah, I don't think Samoa Joe's a man that fears often, but you might fear this symbol of your future.
Oh, my God. They are dangling them. Well, that one guy.
An example out of the Ops boys saying this is you very soon. Swerve and Heyman with a personal vendetta for blood against the new AEW Men's World Champion.
Swerve's guy is a little too tall for this spot.
I I can only imagine the brutality that awaits with Hangman Page and Swerve Strickland working together versus going against each other.
Bro, we're gonna get a 6-way steel cage match or some crazy shit.
I don't even want to imagine what violent tendencies these two have up their sleeve to get the better of the odds.
It's gonna be a chain rope match, and we don't even know what that is.
Well, coming up next, from something that was extremely violent to someone that's the definition of violence, Jon Moxley enters his second Continental Classic, taking on Mascara Dorada in Blue League action. When we come back to AEW Dynamite, Thanksgiving Eve, and the return and continuation of the Continental Classic. Don't go anywhere. As of course, we look back at Full Gear, and we hear Jon Moxley's words towards the violent artist. You called it yourself, Walter. You thought that was match of the night. We called it a bloody, violent classic. As Jon Moxley tapped out to Kyle O'Reilly again.
Dude, I feel bad for Mascara. Mascara is going to be a sacrifice. Jon Moxley's going to he's going to see Kyle's face on his body, man. I feel bad.
And of course, Kyle O'Reilly is out right now with injury. Otherwise, he would be part of the Continental Classic. Calling him not real pro wrestler.
Tell you now, Mascara is a sacrificial lamb for Moxley right now.
Yeah, Jon Moxley testing Kyle O'Reilly, saying he thought it was a real pro wrestler. Now look at him. The goober is going to the freaking hospital. Where's he at now?
I mean, mathematically, you really don't have to worry about until like the third week or so. Then you got to start worrying about points.
Yeah, well, again, Jon Moxley was very poignant in his words. The battle continues. No celebrating the open season, man. Because the playoffs are about to start.
Hey, Moxley, this is not your company anymore.
Well,
He's literally tapped out 5 times or 3 times.
Right now, it's time for him to lead by example again. Because let's not forget, Walter, he very well could be a very dangerous asset in the Continental Classic. He was a finalist in the inaugural Continental Classic. It came down to a triple threat. Him, Swerve, and Jay White to punch through to get to the finals against Eddie Kingston, who Jon Moxley lost to. If Jon Moxley makes his way through this tournament again, he very well might prove his mission statement once more. Not to mention, he will eventually have to take on his own Death Rider, Claudio Castagnoli.
I was just going to say, remember, he's going to end up meeting Claudio because of the opposite brackets.
And both men are in action tonight.
Moxley is going to be pretty interesting when Moxley and Claudio have to face each other.
2023 C2 finalist, Dynamite singles record 73-9-2. Jon Moxley, record-setting 4-time AEW Men's World Champion, entering his second Continental Classic.
John! Ooh, look at them scars.
About to say, wearing the scars of battle and the fork stab. And also coming out, as I said, Castagnoli will also be in action for the Blue League. He will be taking on freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy, a man he's already beat in singles action previously. And Claudio Castagnoli comes into the Continental Classic, Walter, with the most experience, not only of his block, but of this field. He's been involved in each one of them.
Yep. How long before that you think Claudio and Mox end up having to face each other?
Honestly, dude, I can see that being the decider if booked correctly. And of course, this man who literally shocked the world with what he could do, Master of the Ropes and CMR World Trios and historic welterweight champion with a record 9-8 in AEW, already been in the ring with Kazuchika Okada and Bandito. And of course, in your eyes, Walter at All Out, entering his first Continental Classic, Mascara Dorada. Exceptional performance at Full Gear last Saturday, defending the CMR World Trios Championships, of course, alongside Neon and Mystico, as they were able to get the better of the Don Callis family. That miscommunication there was critical after Okada hit Takeshita. And of course,
was it really miscommunication though, Noah?
Well, hindsight 2020, brother. I'm just saying. Referee Aubrey Everett for this contest. It's here for Aubrey. Ring the bell, and here we go.
Mascara is at such a disadvantage.
Do you really think he's at a disadvantage, though? It's not like his confidence has been, rattled and stirred. Let's be honest here, Walter. This is one of the strongest losing runs in Jon Moxley's career.
If there's any time to pick Moxley out of the hat, it's now when he's on a 4-tap streak.
And of course, Maria Shafir cannot get involved here. She is banned from ringside. That's why Maria Shafir is on the other side of the barricade. This is a one-on-one contest. You will not see Death Riders getting involved here, or they will be banned from AEW indefinitely.
Yeah, the only time Death Riders are actually going one-on-one.
That is correct. And you
Ooh,
see
nice
it right
reversal
now.
by Mascara.
But I say, so what do you think Mascara has to do here against Jon Moxley? Does he need to attack the legs? Does he need to try and ground him and go for a submission game? Or does he need to try and keep it strong-fisted style? What do you think is the strength of Mascara against Jon Moxley here? First number one encounter, might I add.
I know Mascara loves the high fly, use the ropes and everything, but you need to do a ground and submission game. You've literally just seen that this man has a hurt ankle. He tapped out 4 different times. There's no way he's normal. Did you see the way he walked out last week? Well, it's not even been a week, but a few days ago. But he walked out. He could barely get out of the ring. So, like, attack the ankle. You already seen that he's susceptible to ankle locks and tapping.
Interesting clash of styles here. To your point, of course, the Lucha Libre style and the unorthodox hybrid brawling technician style of Jon Moxley. Previous participant, of course, in the G1 Climax. And for those that don't know, again, the Blue League consists of Konosuke Takeshita, Freshly Squeezed Orange Cassidy, Jon Moxley, Mascara Dorada, Roderick Strong, and Claudio Castagnoli. The winner of this block and the runner-up will move on to the semifinals. Top seed of the Gold League will face the runner-up of the Blue League. Top seed of the Blue League will face the runner-up of the Gold League. The winner of those 2 matches will compete in the finals the same night at World's End to crown this year's Continental Classic champion. Handspring, backflip, it was out of the way, so we're going to miss by Jon Moxley. Mascara up and around. Take up to Tijeras as Jon Moxley sitting to the outside.
You always help me with the Japanese, so let me help you with this. Say mas.
Mas.
Now say cara.
Cara.
Now say it together.
Mascara!
There you go. That's how his name is pronounced.
Thank you, Walter, as I'm a Midwestern Ohio boy.
Hey, you always help me with the Japanese, so I figured let me help you.
Sandy's the one that's most proficient in that.
Who?
And again, that was a hard land against the barricade, though. Let's take a look at the replay here. Watch this, Walter. This tope suicida. Ooh. Driving Mascara Dorada's head.
Who's proficient in the Japanese?
Sandy, our friend Sandy, of course.
Yeah, that's true.
She helped us with the Pro Wrestling Noah show. And you think about round robin tournaments, M1 victory, 5-star Grand Prix, G1 Climax, and now we got the Continental Classic here. It's a battle of endurance at the end of the day. You can ill afford an injury or an upset early, if we're being perfectly honest here. That screws you up mentally and or physically.
Let me tell you, every Continental Classic has had an upset or 2.
Oh, yeah. And right now, Jon Moxley, what the hell? The Irish whip, the reversal. Oh, and Moxley sent to the floor. Uh-oh.
He could have
got injured. Oh, God.
He could have got injured just on the landing. That ramp is like at least, 2 feet in the air?
Something like that. He just got knocked out of midair. Take a look at the replay here. Went for broke and got his jaw jacked.
What was he even going for, to be honest?
I think he was looking for a diving Luthez as Jon Moxley shut him down out of midair.
With the point of the elbow. You know how sharp the point of your elbow is, bro?
Bone impact. Of course, on Jon Moxley, no elbow pass. Now bringing him inside the ring. Here's the cover, the lateral press, and the form across the face, and the 2 count by Aubrey.
Uno, dos.
And, of course, Aubrey knows how to count in Spanish. Referee, of course, for the CMLL Grand Prix. That, of course, Persephone won, who will face Athena for the Ring of Honor Women's World Championship.
Oh, my God.
Final battle.
That's going to be a match.
And, of course, folks, will be covering Final Battle next week, Friday. Stay tuned.
I want to see her take on Megan Bayne one-on-one.
Guillotine applied here by Jon Moxley to Mascara. Now hoisting him up. Off!
If those 2 go one-on-one, that's a whole lot of woman.
I was about to say, that's more woman than I think you can handle, bravo.
Uh-huh.
And the Continental Classic action continues here. When we return, the restaurant quiet prepared for commercial break. Fuck television.
Ooh, I got picture. Moxley's going he's grabbing his ankle. Mascara. Is he going for a sharpshooter? What are you doing? Nope.
Oh,
he just He literally kicked him in the sternum and is just holding it.
Yeah, Sandy, I absolutely agree, because the less interference you have in these type of matches that are about the better competitor, the more important they mean, in my opinion.
Half crab here by Moxley, but he hasn't stepped over yet. He's standing on the side. There's the step over. Now he's sitting on there. That's a full-fledged half crab now, Moxley.
All that pressure on the lower spine of Mascara Dorada.
Oh my God! But you know he's flexible. He's trying to get out of it. Moxley switching gears. How smart is that? Now he's cranking while he's laying down and literally has Mascara on his shoulder. One leg up, one leg cranked in between his legs. Ah, that hurts. Ah, my leg hurts now all of a sudden.
Well, I mean, your leg's not supposed to bend, unorthodox ways. And I don't just mean that with a dragon screw leg whip. So,
Mascara able to get to the ropes here. Breaking out. Moxley just slow, methodical thinking. Oh, when his wheels turns, be careful.
Right. Well, John Moxley is a thinking man's wrestler, despite the fact he might be a violent technician in his own right, despite the fact he can't beat the violent artist. Let's just put that in perspective. And by the way, this is the first ever one-on-one encounter. The last time that John Moxley and Mascara Dorada shared a ring was a trios match against CML Alvarez Blackpool Combat Club in February 2024.
Mascara just got pushed off the rope by Moxley. He was holding Moxley's hand, went for that jump off the rope thing that he loves to do that turns it into a hurricane. And Moxley just went nope and pushed his ass off.
Damn, give him a chance. Mascara Dorada, by the way, current world historic welterweight champion for 713 days and 2-time CML World Trios champion.
Aubrey's starting to count, but Moxley won't even let her because he came out.
Well, count out still counts if you win these. Again, if you win, you get 3 points. If you freaking lose, you got nothing. If it goes to the 20-minute draw, both men get 1. But for John Moxley, does he really want that? And does he actually benefit from that? I would say no.
Aubrey's giving him leeway. He's pulling the stairs towards him. He literally threw Mascara into the barricade like a Russian leg sweep, but obviously the barricade's in the way. You can't do it fully. Now, front headlock. He's got Mascara on the steps. I think we came back because I'm full screen.
Yeah, I'm back here too at AEW Dynamite. Mascara Dorada trapped inside the Death Rider's leg as John Moxley might be looking for a pile driver in the entranceway. Aubrey Everett's trying to bring both men inside the ring. Here you see the rules, by the way, folks, for the Continental Classic again, in case you're just now tuning in. As we're covering this round robin tournament in full. Now creating separation and off the steps. Oh, and a sidestep, driving John Moxley's shoulder first. And once again, Mascara looking to follow up off the top. Take over to Harris. Turn the Death Rider upside down.
Nice Tijeras.
Again, folks, no one get involved here. Oh, wow. That was almost like a cutter on the barricade.
Yeah, his throat definitely hit the barricade, Moxley.
If anyone gets involved here, they are banned from AEW.
What if it's a CMML person?
The top rope, it's a needle arm drag. Yeah, the frustration there by John Moxley, I would say, Walter. Using the ropes for momentum.
Hell yeah. Woo-hoo! Tornado kick.
Great combination offense here by Mascara Dorada. Now looking to follow up again. Sunset flip. Cover 2. No. Was a leg Cobra as John Moxley able to kick out.
That was a nice one.
Capacity crowd on hand here in the Pinnacle in Nashville, Tennessee. I love these different venues, by the way, honestly. As a personality, as you don't see a lot.
If you really want to interfere, just wear a mask. How the hell is Tony Khan going to know that was you?
Let's be honest here. They're not that big of idiots making a cheap-ass luchador called Americano like the other place. There's too much integrity here.
I'm talking about like those black ski masks, like, and cover your face.
At the end of the day, these tournaments have been too integral since their inception because of the severity of the consequences. They're not going to pull no BS like that.
Of course not. I'm just saying.
I know.
If there's a rule, rules are meant to be broken.
Yeah, well, here in AEW, they actually care about rules a little bit more when it comes to certain things, including tournaments that should matter. And the Continental Classic matters here in AEW. Oh, Ace Crusher! Out of nowhere!
And again, Okada is Mr. Tournament. I don't care what nobody says. Don't argue. Don't at me.
And he just lost his first match.
Exactly.
Still the kind of night. Orange Cassidy takes on Claudio Castagnoli as both Death Riders are in the same block for Claudio and Moxley, who will inevitably meet each other. And Moxley not just driving his fists, those knuckles, into the forehead of Mascara Dorada. And Dorada, though, able to slip out.
Oh, what is this?
Moxley up in the chair position.
Oh,
Oh!
that's unique.
Down with that net breaker by both arms. The cross arm, the cover, and 2 counts.
Oh, Moxley, you gave your arm to him, though.
And again, might be looking to Katami, the cross arm breaker. Can he hyperextend that again? We saw the sense of urgency with Jon Moxley in this hold against Kyle O'Reilly.
And he did, even though it was offensive, him using his elbow against Mascara would hurt your arm.
And again, Jon Moxley doing the smart thing here, rolling through versus trying to stand up, trying to reverse the pressure and break the grip.
Oh, these elbows.
Oh, man.
Dude, Mascara might be laid out. His arms went limp.
Yeah, about to say, that might have been a knockout shot here. It followed knee to the side of the head. That running knee strike might have been literally the death blow for Jon Moxley to win here tonight for his first bout.
Roll him over and freaking do the bulldog choke.
Underhook death. Whoop. Counter. Mascara Dorada. Inside cradle. Inside cradle too. Oh.
I mentioned it earlier. There's always a surprise or two or shockers. I mean, look, Okada lost his first match.
Again, Jon Moxley, his second Continental Classic, he went undefeated virtually with only 1 draw as a blemish.
Uh-oh.
Now Mascara Dorada. What the hell is
going
this?
For 450.
3 points inside the 450 connects. Counter. No.
That was a nice 450. Dude, that was a beautiful 450.
Was that Mascara Dorada's best shot, though?
Maybe. He's got to dig deep now.
Again, there are no depth riders. There is no outside interference. There is no one involved in this tournament to come to Jon Moxley's aid. He has to do it by himself.
I think Moxley's going to some different place.
Oh, he might have to. Again, Rotno with another kick. Dorada dropping the Death Rider.
Dude, that's the second time he's hit that tornado kick. That thing is lethal.
And now Jon Moxley once again in the drop zone. Mascara Dorada. And the shooting star in the knees.
Ooh, nice shooting star.
And look at the transition into a rear naked choke. Modified.
Mm-hmm. That's a Darce choke. That's a wrestler's choke.
That Dorada's in a world of trouble right now.
Dude, it's over, dude. That's a Darce choke. Brock Lesnar won in the UFC with that. His arms are going limp, Noah.
That's it, man. You're right. He put him to sleep in a new modified submission hold. Jon Moxley with his first 3 points.
That's a reverse Darce choke. I hope they call it the right thing.
That's a hell of a modified addition to Jon Moxley's arsenal. As there you see the bracket, Walter. Mascara Dorada, butt kiss. Jon Moxley, his first 3 points in this year's Continental Classic for the Blue League. And I see Marina Shafir right now as the match is over, going to the aftermath aid of her Death Rider cohort. Of course, Marina Shafir needs to worry about what's ahead for her and Megan Bain, still to come later on. I imagine either this week or next week, but Jon Moxley prevails in his opening bout.
Did you see Moxley look like he went to another place and like switched gears before he did that?
Oh, wait a minute. Hello.
Oh my God. Damn,
Walter?
you look good, Tony.
Timeless Tony Storm. Never mind, King. I knew King was still here. Timeless. And Mia Shirakawa, of course, will take on Mega Bain Marina Shafir. Jon Moxley right now trying to separate the two.
I call her flawless. Fuck Timeless. Damn.
The Timeless Love Bombs here, looking to give us an announcement, I think, Walter.
Yep, or make some kind of sexual reference.
Oh, God. Probably both.
Come on! Lingerie lesbian! Johnny
boy.
Your eyes do not deceive you. It is Timeless Tony Storm.
Is this the
live and in living color?
Is this the first time Timeless Tony Storm and Jon Moxley shared the ring?
Yes. Judging by your actions. Toughest, most resilient.
Wow.
50 person standing in this ring. Damn.
That's fair. Damn.
Despite your rather
Oh, brother.
Why is she addressing Johnny? What I do for love
Oh, my.
is more than you can ever imagine, darling. Just us gals.
Jesus.
But I have a message for you, darling. My lover and I
My lover, God. What?
would decide the stipulation.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
I don't fight. Kamala, lingerie, lesbian,
Shut the fuck up, Walter.
brutal enough to exact revenge, and yes, entertaining in the brightest of stars. I have stayed awake 4 nights straight to come up with a match. Please, Tony, tell me you saw my tweet. She woke up in a sweat. I rolled over and saw my
Hello,
sweet
Mina Shirakawa.
Did she just imply that they slept together, by the way?
I mean, I don't know.
She said, I haven't gotten her anything for Christmas. Damn, hi, Mina.
Yeah, hello, Mina.
My gift to you
Oh, my.
is 2 slop tards on a silver platter. Next Wednesday, no countouts, no disqualification, and a hardcore holiday death match.
What?
Woo!
Hardcore holiday death match? What the fuck are you thinking? Timeless Tori Storm and Mina Shirakawa versus Megan Band and freaking Maria Shafir in a Hollywood hardcore death match next week, Wednesday on Dynamite.
Holiday, not Hollywood, but you know what that is? An early Christmas gift, I guess.
I don't know who's naughty and nice, but I would think twice about this love affair.
Well, jingle my balls.
You Walter! Not Walter, you fucking idiot! I'm gonna go back to the next. Yes! Good stuff, ladder! Good stuff, ladder attack, damn it! Now this makes me happy. As we talk about Renee Paquette, who of course talked about how she is the second woman to pin Mercedes Moné. See what's next. And when lucky to any woman in this business, what is next for Chris Statlander? You tell what you've done with look at people's faces. Disbelief to win both the TBS and the world titles. Disbelief that I'm the only person to beat Tony Storm and Mercedes Moné. I don't disbelieve you. I need to believe it.
Damn, that title looked good on her.
You're fucking right, it does. The rightful woman in this division finally holds it. For free options, either turn and taste the past, or stay put in the present, or we head off into the future.
Why is she using Renee's face like that? Renee can't keep a straight face.
Stay with me. I know, Chris Statlander, I'm all aboard this ride. And strap me in for this ride as you are the AEW Women's World Champions. We'll go to commercial break. Fuck television. Okay, first off, can someone get Walter some freaking ice here and some sensibility training? What the fuck is wrong with you, dude? What the fuck am I with? Ah.
It was funny. It's holiday.
It's a holiday season and Walter's an idiot. That being said, for those that are trying to actually figure out what the fuck's happening, timeless Tony Storm and Mina Shirakawa have decided to take on Megan Barry Shafir in a holiday Hollywood match. And the winner of that match will go to the finals to take on the Bears of Wrath, Willow Nightingale and Harley Cameron to crown the inaugural AEW Women's Tag Team Champions. And Mina, by the way. Hello, Mina. Oh,
Holiday hardcore death match.
Holiday hardcore death match. Why do those 3 words sound like just wrong? Why do they sound wrong and yet so right?
Because it's Tony. That's why it sounds wrong.
I guess that's true. I mean, Tony Storm's not wrapped straight in the head. I think we all can agree to that. The fact that she said that with John Moxley and Rhea Shafir in front of her alone in that ring, I'm strangely intrigued by this match to stay as sensible as possible in my integrity as a play-by-play commentator who loves this company for its wrestling. Okay. Only John Moxley is the one that can leave Maria Shafir restrained for 15 seconds. Jesus. Well, there you go. Also, Chris Statlander, what does the future hold for the AEW Women's World Champion? Statlander's at that! With wins over Thomas Storm and Mercedes Moné. Walter, what do you think? I should talk about look at the past, stay in the present, or soar towards the future. What do you think could be next for Chris Statlander?
I have no idea. But out of those options, it's look to the future, man. Give us something different. Give us something good. I don't know who it is, but she's got to earn it. Tell you that much. It isn't going to be gifted.
Yeah, about to say, I can't wait to see what the future leads to for the champion. This champion, the only women's champion right now that matters to me in this wrestling business. Although I will give credit in a spoiler to say, actually, no, I won't, because stay tuned, folks, because for those that don't know, there will be a retro watch along for NXT. Gold Rush Week 2 some point with Walter Cruz and JJ Williams. They'll figure that out later.
I know the result of one match only.
NXT!
I only know the result of one match because I got a notification about it. Other than that, I stay offline, but I know the result of one match.
Well, don't spoil it for those that actually do avoid social media, because I do care about those that want to actually hear you guys cover that. As we continue forward in Continental Classic action, it is time for Darby Allin versus Kevin Knight in the Continental Classic tournament.
This will be interesting. Yo, these two. This is going to be interesting.
Yeah, I'm about to say, it's the first time ever one-on-one matchup. Darby Allin entering his second Continental Classic, and Kevin Knight entering his first Continental Classic. Jesus Christ. I'm about to say, I don't know where they are next week, Sandy. I worry about this, and I'm...
It's not a Hollywood. They just said holiday hardcore.
Oh, holiday hardcore, whatever.
Yeah.
And of course, Darby Allin as resilient, relentless as they come. Oh, my gosh. Holiday hardcore deathmatch.
Do you want to catch Darby after the week he's had? Oh, my God, Kevin. You better take advantage.
I love that idea, Sandy. I love that. Well, get ready to soar. Get ready to fly. Put your seats in that right position, because here comes the Jet, Kevin Knight, one half of Jet Speed. Kevin Knight, of course, who previously was involved in the Best of Super Juniors earlier this year with victories over the likes of Nick Wayne. And, of course, we saw him also involved in the Owen Hart Foundation tournament, Walter, against Will Ospreay. A losing effort, but nonetheless, still, this man's been impressing us since being part of AEW and transcending to the mainstream.
He definitely got to take flight in order to get these 3 points. And, Darby is not 100. Well, when the hell is he ever 100%? But you know what I mean.
All I'm going to say is this. Darby Allin had a huge win in last year's Continental Classic against Will Ospreay. Don't count Darby Allin out. If it wasn't for Ricochet, Darby Allin would have possibly been in the semifinals. And for once, we're not dealing with Death Riders, because, again, this is a one-on-one contest. No one else can get involved. The only thing that matters here is 3 points in a 20-minute time limit. Referee for this contest, Paul Turner. Stiff con able to tie up here in the early going. And you feel about both these men. We talk about the agility of Kevin Knight. What do you think the strength of Darby Allin in this match?
He can get crazier than Kevin Knight. That's about it. But, I mean, his strengths are kind of taken away because there's rules in this match. I wouldn't be shocked, if I'm 100% being honest with you, if this is the match that gets the draw.
Well, I mean, again, we also know Darby Allin's not 100% after what happened to him at Full Gear, let alone prior to that. There you see the heavily bandaged right arm after being thrown to Inferno by the bastard Pac. And speaking of which, Hammer arm ringer takeovers here. Both men jogging for position, inside leg trip. And Darby Allin grounding Kevin Knight. And we saw a lot of the technical side of Darby Allin in his match against Pac at Full Gear, to your point.
That might be what gives him the advantage because he's been a lot of mat and submission wrestling lately, and that definitely counters a high flyer like Kevin.
Oh, and of course, again, the Continental Classic continues tomorrow night on AEW Collision. Thanksgiving, folks. And of course, you see for Blue League Walter, Konosuke Takeshita will take on Roderick Strong tomorrow night. Roderick Strong in his first Continental Classic along with Konosuke. Yeah, that's both men's first Continental Classic. It's also Pockets People Mike Bailey's first Continental Classic. 2 first-time ever matchups and 4 first-time ever participants. And again, Darby Allin right now escaping the legs of Kevin Knight. Whoa, went for the headlock. Slip. Nice agility there right now. Kevin Knight, Darby Allin able to scout it though. Darby Allin, waist lock, look for the O'Connor rope. Kevin Knight holding onto the ropes. Whoa, the boot turns Darby sideways. Rebound up the second. Spring and monkey flip. Oh my! That's the blood and knee. That rope immediately crashed into that leg, and Darby Allin is hobbling. That was
when is he not hobbling? Landing. To be fair, Noah.
Yeah, but that was a very awkward landing, though, Walter. You saw the way his leg crashed into that rope and how he fell to the floor.
He's wobbling hard, though. Shit.
Again, those steel cables tuned to the max. The Irish whip, Kevin Knight, whoop, just avoiding the barricade, and Darby Allin driving silver again. Kevin Knight, the moonsault! Beautiful!
Dude, the speed, the high flying, and the intensity match with these two. So somebody's just going to have to pull something out of their hat.
Something! And the proficiency for that matter.
Kevin doing the smart thing. Take advantage, man.
And right now, there's an advantage for you. Pushing him out of the floor.
Oh my God, he was so late on that rotation.
Yeah, that was a late tope con hilo. And again, there's a messy placement there. He landed awkwardly on that leg that crashed in those ropes.
I think he's going for the coffin drop.
No, and what the fuck? Leaps to the top. Avalanche backdrop suplex by Kevin Knight.
Is this dude half cat?
Kevin Knight, Darby Allin, first time ever continues here in the Continental Classic Gold League. After this, picture-in-picture, fuck television.
I got you. Well, they're both just laid out. They're both they haven't recovered. They're not even moving.
I don't expect them to. Freaking Kevin Knight with higher hops than Sheldon Benjamin, if that's possible.
I'm telling you, dude. Ridiculous. He has cat in his DNA.
I thought it was in the shoes. Jesus.
Yeah. Darby just rolled on the apron, and Kevin's picking him up. Hip toss into the ring from the outside. Man, running off the rope. Nice shoulder tackle while Darby was sitting up. Goes for the cover. 1, 2. You better not end it during a freaking picture-in-picture.
That's only happened once in the history of AEW. I'm just saying.
Kevin Knight is holding on to his ribs. He can barely breathe. Stomp to the back of his head, Darby's head. Ooh, another stomp now to the chest. Starting to get methodical, Kevin is. Scoop slam. Oh, the impact.
Oh, gosh.
Standing frog splash. What the hell?
I'm about to say.
Cover
I didn't think that was going to be it. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. That's like a mini UFO splash, the turning splash. Again, Kevin Knight also, to tell the tip for those that don't know, he has the height advantage over Darby Allin, by the way. Darby Allin, of course, is a 5'8", 172 pounds, former TNT champion, former AEW World Tag Team champion alongside Sting. Kevin Knight, of course, former IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team champion alongside Kushida. And as I said before, a participant in this year's Owen Hart Foundation tournament. Continue, Walter.
A standing Kimura, and then he rolled, and now Darby's on the ground. Now he's got that Kimura locked on the arm that's heavily bandaged.
It's a smart move.
Darby able to get up and shoulder tackle Kevin into releasing it into the corner, but he is hurt.
Kevin Knight, also trained by Buddy Rain and the LA Dojo, of course, comes in at 6 foot, 200 pounds.
Up and over. Cradle pin. 1, 2. Kick out by Kevin.
Yeah,
sneaky pin by Darby.
Yeah,
Darby
coming up in the match against CMLL.
Yeah, Darby coming up with these elbows, but oh, reverse whip into the corner, and damn, Darby hit the corner hard, chest first. Ah, Kevin threw him with all his might. That
Why
hurt.
is Darby's body gotta get wrecked more than anybody else? I'm just saying.
I don't know. Now Kevin trying to take advantage, grabs him by his arm, suplex. Nope, puts him on the corner.
I'm for it, Safet. Continue, Walter. You're doing great. About to say, the freaking resiliency of Darby Allin, ridiculous.
Superplex.
Oh
I think he's gonna go for a superplex. We should be coming back to commercial. This looks like this is the last commercial. Yep, full screen.
And welcome back here to AEW Dynamite as the Continental Classic continues on this Thanksgiving Day from Nashville, Tennessee. The Pinnacle, Walter Cruz, Noah Foster, Kevin Knight flipping out of the court with the moonsault. Whoa, man!
What the fuck?
It's the shoes, Walter! Drop kick! And drives Darby to the outside.
I love the Attitude Era. I love the 90s. I love the wrestling I grew up with, but god damn, the athleticism that we get now is ridiculous.
No joke.
Like literally, this back in the day, you would get 2, 3, 4 max wrestlers that have this kind of athleticism. Now it's dime a dozen and they're loving it.
Yeah, I'm about to say, people like Kevin Knight. I mean, you see this type of athleticism in the likes of Soruka, Devon Evans, Leon Slater, so many incredible. Well, I was like, oh man, it just got dropped back first on the entranceway. And now Darby Allin on the entranceway. What the hell is Darby looking for here? And flying off shotgun, John Woo, drop kick, driving the Knight in the barricade.
Remember, Darby just landed on that bad elbow again because you have to try to, adjust for the fall when you're doing the drop kick.
To bring it up to speed, by the way, we saw Kyle Fletcher, Pikachuchka Okada via pinfall roll-up. 3 points for the Pro Star, 0 for the Rainmaker. John Moxley with a new, as Walter put it, darts choke hold. In comparison to Mascara Dorado for his first 3 points. This is our third match. It's, of course, Kevin and Darby Allin. Last Supper! Oh,
that's a
for a while.
Unique pin. I thought he was going for the Scorpion Deathlock at first.
Nope, and of course, Darby Allin and Kevin Knight should the same block as Okada. Speed with my belly, Kyle Fletcher. And again, that's it. It was the 6-on-6.
Dude, the fact that Okada lost leaves this wide open now.
Exactly, Mr. Oh, it's obvious at this point. And he lost the same man he lost to last year. This time in the opener. Kevin Knight, again, leaps out of the corner. Went for the, man, that was a big, Scorpion Death drop. Was looking for a flying clothesline. Headmayor takeover. And again, both these men right now trying to keep up with each other, flying up the ropes. Watch out!
Oh my God. Kevin Knight did a crazy flip. So did Darby.
Inside out, upside down, both men turn all around, and both men down the middle of the ring.
I told you, Noah, this might be the match that ends in a draw.
I mean, it's very possible, dude. We've seen matches end in a draw here. And again, these matches do have a 20-minute time limit.
And I think 10, at least 10 has expired already.
And again, we're going to be covering the entirety of the Continental Classic, folks. If you are along with us, stay tuned tomorrow night. We'll be back here for continued Continental Classic action with Thanksgiving Collision. As we just heard, it will be Cano's going to catch up, taking on Roderick Strong. Out of the way, those Darby Allin. Delay. DDT! On the ramp.
I'm telling you. How much time do you think has passed? At least 10.
It's got to be at least 10 at this point. And right now, he's dragging dead weight. Even if Kevin Knight is the stronger of the two, a lot's got to be taken out at this point. Kevin Knight
is going to take a count out.
It's smart to take the count out here. Just get the points.
Yeah, but remember, the ramp leads right to the ring. If Darby can just roll, he's roll right in. There's no gap between the ramp and the rope.
I mean, it's not a coward's way at all, though, to take a count out in this tournament, honestly. I think it's smart for a person to do that, especially in the opening.
No, 3 points is 3 points. Damn how you get it. Oh, shit!
Soaring over the top of a flying clothesline.
I was trying to say 3 points is 3 points regardless, but shit.
Kevin Knight, the Jet, takes flight. Look at that.
Bro, did you see the Darby whiplash on his neck?
I did. Went for the UFO splash. Darby Allin able to escape it, though. And now hooking up Kevin Knight. No!
This is a good back and forth match.
It's been a great match. as we expect in the Continental Classic.
I think Darby Allin's lip is busted.
What is it busted on Darby Allin's the better question.
Right.
We called him before a walking cadaver sometimes. Surprised that they've been putting an AMC for Walking Dead.
I think he's going for a coffin drop because he's climbing face forward.
Ooh, Kevin Knight able to scout that, though. Good call, Walter. Shoots out the legs. Now hung with the tree of whoa. What's Kevin Knight looking for here? No. Kevin,
coast to coast.
No
I
way.
bet you he's going for coast to coast.
No way. Oh,
He's positioning for it.
From east to west, the Jet stars coast to coast. And the Kevin Knight takes flight, sticks the landing.
And then throws him.
Down, and
he's
he might
gonna
be
go
looking for that twisting UFO splash.
Got it.
Kevin Knight that's 3 points for the Jets.
Whoa, that's 2 shockers. Okada won his first. I didn't expect Kevin to beat Darby. You kidding me?
In his first match, in his first Continental Classic, the Jet takes flights and soars high to 3 points tonight in his starting run for the Gold League. What a win and what a match.
I don't think I'm exaggerating when I say this. That's his biggest win of his career.
No doubt. He's just been a former TNT champion. An incredible match. And again, attacking the rib cage. There was no way Darby Allin was going to kick out of that. Look at the shock in Kevin Knight's face.
Didn't I tell you there's some shockers, man?
There you see it right there. Kyle Fletcher, Kevin Knight lead the Gold League now, both with 3 points, winning their opening bouts, while Okada and Darby sit at 0.
I would never think Okada would have to come from behind.
I'm about to say, who's going to be the biggest comeback king of this Continental Classic? That was so darn good.
Are they going to show? Yeah,
you got to show respect for that. Again, that was a pure contest. Incredible agility by both, and mad respect between Kevin Knight and Darby.
I don't think Darby knows where the hell he is, brother. Do you think Darby knows where he is?
What?
Do you even think Darby knows where he is right now?
Well, I'm pretty sure he realizes he just lost the Continental Classic opening bout against Kevin Knight because I'm pretty sure he knows he's in AEW. AEW that's giving him freedom more than anywhere else. Congratulations again to the Jet. And speaking of congratulations, from Kyle O'Reilly and John Moxley to Chris Statler and Mercedes Moné to FTR winning the AEW Tag Team Championships for the 3rd time, Walter.
Yes, and you know what? And the Continental Classic is unique that while it does hurt a loss, it doesn't completely hinder you one loss. So you can recover and catch points up.
Back to your point again, they got 4 more chances, and we also will hear from the new AEW Tag Team Champions, FTR tomorrow night on Thanksgiving Collision. Again, folks, we'll be back here tomorrow night covering Thanksgiving Collision. The Continental Classic continues, and then we'll see you in week 2 for Dynamite and Collision again for the Continental Classic. We are covering the entire tournament. But for now, we're going to take a commercial break. As coming up next, it's Orange Cassidy versus Claudio Castagnoli. Our main event on AEW Dynamite Thanksgiving to this commercial break. Fuck television. Still though, look. Wow, Kevin Knight. That was hell impressive.
How far is Columbus from you?
Probably like, I don't know, 6 hours, if that. Again, I don't have the money. I'm not going, so I'll be covering everything with you, including Final Battle. Priorities over passions, as I always talk about here. Oh my gosh.
If I see one more Zootopia 2 commercial, Jesus.
I mean, you know what? It's Daft Punk music, so I'll take it. Daft Punk for life. British Quo. I feel like we're fine, honestly, right now, Sandy. So it might be your feed. You might check your internet because I'm hearing him fine. He's hearing me fine.
I think it was when I said something, I pulled the mic closer, so it made some noise.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That moment. Yeah. I'm about to say, you lost your shit when the Jet soared over the top of that clothesline.
Yeah.
9-3, Darby 0.
Sylvester, he's still laughing.
Just to be clear, but yeah, and by the way, I almost forgot. You're right, Sandy. Bots on my part. It's a hardcore holiday hardcore death match next week with Mina Shirakawa and Thomas Toy Storm versus Mega Baby Shafir. The winners will go on to challenge the Bears of Rap in the finals to crown the inaugural AEW Women's Tag Team Champions. At the Sisters of Sin were eliminated. I did not expect this to be my finals. I'll be straight up with you if that's the case.
I'm not gonna lie, me either.
Hey, well, you know, AEW wasn't that damn predictable. Ain't that some crazy shit, folks?
I think it's gonna be Megan Bain.
I mean, Megan Bain, the hardest working woman this year, is also working in Stardom in the Godstorm tag alongside Hanako as the Mega Skyscraper. So, for all we know, Megan Bain might be a tag champion in 2 companies.
I don't know. I think it might be Shafir and Bain to make it to the finals against Willow. I would love if Willow and Harley can pull it off, though. I just want a fun first team. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can get that. You know, the fun team being the inaugural champions. I can respect that.
Yeah.
Anyway, Walter, why don't we go ahead and remind people again why we are doing this and why we are covering. And, of course, the schedule to come is, again, the round robin tournament, the Continental Classic, will culminate at World's End. We will be covering, of course, December man, that was a fucking awesome match. I'm sorry. I was just getting my win back. 27th, of course. And, of course, we're going to be going to Manchester. We got Indiana. We got Ohio. We got, of course, winter is coming in Atlanta, Georgia for week 3. Again, next week, there's week 2. And then, of course, we have week 4 as week 5 will, of course, lead to Diamond 34th Street Christmas Collision before we head to World's End for the culmination of the Continental Classic.
Is that Eddie Kingston?
I hear Eddie Kingston. Just responding. Not talking about. Don't want to talk about. I'm just. Joe, I heard you mention my name. That's cool, dog. Listen. I'm now live for Tower Shot. You know what? Maybe get a shout out. Wait, check out your homeboy Shibata and I come up for you. If it's gonna beat the crap out of Shibata. Chicken. So let's go. Me and you, Shibata. Let's go. Eddie Kingston, Mr. No Nonsense, always looking for a fight. And it looks like Fate's going to collision. It will be Eddie Kingston and Katsura Shibata. For some reason, my Max thing is not showing me what's actually on the screen. It's just showing the. We'll be right back.
Eddie Kingston versus Shibata. But that's not part of the tournament. That's just what the hell is the point of that match?
Eddie Kingston's wanting to get back at Samoa Joe, so he wants to take out
so I hear a Death Rider, so Claudio's coming out.
It's meta time on Dynamite! Oh, boy.
Ooh, Claudio gets the main event. I like that.
I'm about to say, Claudio Castagnoli, the emissary of violence, and we were talking about the Death Riders taking a different route to success. There you see Claudio.
Is that a black eye?
And Garcia. Notice that John Montemir and Shafir were not there.
Does he have a black eye, or that was the camera angle?
I'm not sure, but we did see him, of course, involved in the Casino Gauntlet this past Saturday at Full Gear. I'm pretty sure that was the camera, though, because it's very rare to see any sort of weakness, blemish, or wound on Claudio Castagnoli.
I think it was the shadow, of the stairs. It was the angle of the camera.
It was the shadow. With 103 singles wins, by the way, in his AEW record. Can you imagine, though, if Claudio Castagnoli loses tonight and John Moxley got the win? What does that do for Claudio's mindset?
What's it been, 2 or 3 years that he debuted?
Forbidden Door 2023, I believe, bruv. He's been part of AEW, I believe, since literally the inaugural Forbidden Door.
Damn,
and of course,
he
Claudio
got that many victories? Sheesh.
And of course, Claudio Castagnoli and Orange Cassidy, no strangers to each other. These two once fought over the AEW International Championship.
Pound for pound, the strongest man.
And no doubt about that. And of course, Claudio Castagnoli, like I said, part of the Blue League, alongside freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy in his first Continental Classic.
Someone who can care less from wherever and whenever.
Whatever. This freaking Titantron still cracks me up with the fact that it's just not clear. And that's about brand new glasses on Saturday, too.
Freshly squeezed.
Freshly squeezed. Orange Cassidy.
I think Claudio's about to squeeze.
Where's my mind? Where's my mind? Where's my mind?
Why does Claudio look distracted? His mind looks somewhere else.
I do think, again, since Saturday, there has been some heavy thinking since, of course, what occurred with John Moxley and Kyle O'Reilly. You saw that segment. You saw the stoic look on Claudio. Don't you think at this point, with the fact that John Moxley is no longer AEW Men's World Champion and has lost blood and guts and full gear, that not at least one of the Death Riders is calling his leadership into question?
I would.
Anyway, Claudio Castagnoli and Orange Cassidy are Dynamite Thanksgiving Eve main event. Bell rings run away, immediate roll up the crucifix. Whoa, schoolboy, excuse me. Trying to end it early. That's a smart strategy. Cover two with a backslide. Referee Stephon Smith for this contest.
This is when Orange Cassidy knew he fucked up.
Yeah, about to say when he got grabbed, now off the ropes. And of course, this match was made during the show officially, folks. In case you're wondering why I don't have a graphic, because sometimes these like surprise you a little bit more than expected. And looking for these. Nope, no GRS takeover. Oh, wait a minute! It's our cradle. It's our cradle. Small package too. Ooh, very close there.
Cassidy's being smart because all it takes is 3 seconds, and he's done shocked him like 3 or 4 times with these covers.
And Tilt-A-World backbreaker, by the way. And of course, we know why. Hook better have. I think he wants to get payback on Hook eventually too. Yeah, Orange Cassidy does have a banger theme. Again, fuck Death Rebel. Orange Cassidy. There's a few people in AEW that actually have banger themes. For being perfectly honest here. Of course,
I would like the Death Riders theme if I didn't hear it so damn much.
Right? Come. And right now, Castagnoli has Orange Cassidy up on the shoulders. Oh, drove him. Death by driver style burning hammer into the turnbuckles. That was nasty.
This might be the commercial break setup.
Castagnoli, of course, who's been involved in all 3 Continental Classics now.
Running European uppercut.
And of course, he was eliminated from last year's Continental Classic thanks to Commander, who pinned him. Looking for the neutralizer. Orange Cassidy out of the back door, grabs the boot. Oh, the kicks! The most lethal kicks in professional wrestling. I'm about to say the mindset, the mind games of Orange Cassidy, Walter. Whoa!
That kick was lethal.
I'm about to say that was a realistic super kick. Claudio staggered for the time being. Now Orange off the ropes, swinging a miss. Up and around. Castagnoli catching Orange Cassidy. Tilt the world. Arm drag.
Ooh, the height that he got on that.
And Orange Cassidy looking to fall up again off the ropes. And a tope suicida drives Claudio to the barricade. Wow, got him inbound a lariat. Again, the tournament will continue tomorrow night, folks, and we will cover it here. EW Collision Thanksgiving. Stay tuned as we keep you up with the entire Continental Classic.
This is a commercial right here, I think.
As you see, Kenosi the Catchka will go one-on-one with Roderick Strong. Both men will be involved for the first time ever in this tournament. Hard Irish whip into the barricade. No commercial yet, though, Walter. And also the Bastard Pot will take on Speedball Mike Bailey. Running uppercut as all 4 men of the Continental Classic for the first time ever. Also, Thekla goes one-on-one with Ty Mello, adding proverbial salt to the wound, of course, injecting her toxicity. It's also been official that Keys will go one-on-one with Katsuyori Shibata.
Interesting.
Grabs the bar rope, breaks the count, and now Claudio squaring up Orange Cassidy for a running. Whoa! Nice sidestep by Orange.
Dude, Orange would have got killed if he hit that.
Yeah, no doubt. Tilt the world, DDT denied the strength of Claudio. Uh-oh.
Ah!
God!
Well, that would kill him. Shit.
Giant swing, pendulum style, into the LED barricade.
TikTok that.
It's Orange Cassidy bruised beyond measure. Stay tuned. Restaurant Quiet Picture in Picture. Fuck television.
Oh my God, that swing. Now Claudio slowly rolling Cassidy underneath the bottom rope. Gets up on the apron.
I'm not surprised by this, honestly, if I'm being honest with you, though. But still, damn.
Yeah, damn indeed. Claudio climbing in now.
Golly.
He still hasn't even done anything. He's just taking his time messing with Cassidy.
I mean, at this point, I do think that Claudio Castagnoli finds, Orange Cassidy a joke. And, of course, this is their second ever one-on-one encounter, I believe. The first one was for the AEW National Championship. And, of course, Orange Cassidy won the night against Claudio. And that was back in 2023. The last time these men shared the ring, of course, Claudio Castagnoli and John Moxley, Death Riders tagged up. And, of course, beat Orange Cassidy and Roderick Strong on Dynamite. And that was literally 2 weeks ago.
Scoop slam by Claudio. While he was
I say,
sitting, he raised his hands like he was going to put it in the pocket, and
yeah.
Claudio just did a sternum kick, like right to the sternum, and just laid Cassidy out. That was crazy.
Actually, I take that back. The third singles encounter. I forgot the Blood and Guts Advantage match was 1-on-1, and Claudio won that night with the Swiss Stuff uppercut against Orange Cassidy. So they are 1-1 against each other.
Cassidy raising his hands again. I think he's threatening to put it in his pocket. It just Claudio won't let him.
Nah, y'all
Suplex.
nice. About to say, freaking fast, furious action here as Walter continues to give you coverage again tonight. We'll be covering Dynamite. Tomorrow we will cover Collision. The Continental Classic will continue into next week, where we cover both Dynamite and Collision as we go forward into Winter is Coming, with Week 4 going across the pond to the UK for the Holiday Bash presented by Dynamite and Collision, as Week 5 will determine our block winners at AEW Dynamite 34th Street and Christmas Collision, and those top two scorers of both the Gold League and the Blue League will compete in the semifinals to figure out the finals at World's End to crown this year's Continental Classic champion in Chicago, Illinois, from the Now Arena.
Mm.
It'll be a hell of a speed, Walter. You better buckle in for this month, bruv.
Right? That's our Christmas gift.
And it's already a gift for me. With professional wrestling, a delight. I already got the best gift I can get tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Again, to bring people up to speed, the scores are Darby Allin 0. Pac competes tomorrow. Kevin Knight 3. Speedball competes tomorrow. Kyle Fletcher 3. Okada 0. Kenosuke Takeshita competing tomorrow. John Moxley 3. Claudio Castagnoli competing now. Orange Cassidy competing now. Ryder Strong competes tomorrow. And Matt Dorada with 0.
Damn. Biggest shock of all.
About to say, which one's the biggest shock of all to you tonight? You sound like you've been shocked twice.
Okada.
Beach.
I just praise how he's missed a freaking tournament and he loses his first round. I'm back full screen.
And I'm back too as AEW Dynamite Thanksgiving Eve continues live here from Nashville, Tennessee. Of course, this is our final match tonight for the Continental Classic and our main event for the show this evening. Oh my Lord. Just ragdolling him, biting his arms, was trying to rip his arms out of a socket there.
Dude, he's been doing this the whole commercial break.
And then lifting him by his trunks like a child with a gut buster over the knee. I still would not take Orange Cassidy lightly, though, Walter. It's like Darby Allin. All you have to do is give him a moment, and he could capitalize. The gut buster again, as we talked about. Now, of course, we're going to keep the rules up for you folks. Again, this match, you will not see Death Riders involved in any matches here, or they will be banned from AEW. And again, another, this time, backbreaker over the knee. Punching the front and the back of Orange Cassidy with one hand. Oh, that's ridiculous. Oh, the DDT takeover.
There's the opportunity you talked about.
Great body control countermeasure there by Orange Cassidy fighting
He's
back.
going to put his hands in his pocket and kick up.
Let's see if he actually does. Hands in the pockets. Orange Cassidy engaged. To your point, Walter. Well called. Up to his feet, swinging and miss. Starts leaving the close on Orange Cassidy. Drop kick. Takes Claudio up and over.
He kept teasing it the whole commercial break. That's why I knew that's what he was doing.
Big PK takes Claudio down. Orange Cassidy trying to rebound here. Orange Cassidy in his first Continental Classic. By the way, this is the third ever Continental Classic in AEW history.
You can't pick Claudio up. What is he doing?
There's no way. There is no way. Oh, God. Claudio Castagnoli, former Ring of Honor world champion, of course. Sidestep, and Claudio sent hard shoulder first into the ring post. Now Orange
His own momentum took him. That was Claudio's momentum.
The great momentum used there to the tornado DDT on the floor, as countouts can definitely work in your favor here.
Mm-hmm.
Now Orange Cassidy sending Claudio back inside the ring. Orange Cassidy, former two-time AEW International Champion, a combined 470 days. 3 points at stake here. Slingshot DDT denied. Claudio hooking Orange Cassidy here. We all know what might happen here if he hoists him up. And a stun here!
Yeah, I think he turned it into a cutter or a stunner.
Yeah, it's a stun on there, bruv.
Mm-hmm.
Orange Cassidy will not be denied here tonight. Of course, he was one of the victims of the Death Riders last year at Full Gear and prior, let's not forget.
Who wasn't a victim of Death Riders?
That's a fair point. Up the top rope. Oh, an uppercut on it here! Cover, keep it away, kick on 2.5.
An uppercut of the orange variety, or the European variety, I meant.
Jesus, I thought he knocked that boy out cold.
I thought so too.
You said yourself how lethal that uppercut is. It was that Swiss Death pop-up uppercut that allowed Castagnoli to beat Orange Cassidy in the last singles match to give the Death Riders the advantage. We will also hear from the brand new inaugural AEW National Champion, Ricochet, tomorrow night on AEW Collision Thanksgiving. Oh boy, it's going to be a lot of jaw-jacking from that goober. And of course, right now, Claudio Castagnoli with the hammering anvil elbows, Blackpool Combat Club staple, to Orange Cassidy, literally trying to squeeze the juice out of him. Might be looking to set him up possibly for the neutralizer. This show's been flying by, too. This has been great.
It's the main event already.
Again, looking for the beach break. Let's get out the back door of the roll up. Now Claudio looking to send Cassidy swinging.
Forward. Oh, he only did 4 of them.
Again, he doesn't give the people what they want. You know that. The pad coming off, though.
He took the elbow pad, bone-on-bone contact.
And looking to run in full throttle. Oh, ran in the right.
I think he ran into an orange punch.
That was just a clock right in the right. The pop-up. Whoop. Again, the power of Claudio hoisting up Orange Cassidy. This is dangerous. Oh! Turning to DDT.
I thought he was going to hit him with a European uppercut.
That's what he wanted, but Orange Cassidy took his head on the way down. And now looking for the Orange Punch pop-up. Orange Punch connects out of midair. Come on the way down now, hooking up Claudio.
He ain't going to get him.
Big
Yes, he is.
the counter. Almost got it.
He got him. Shit.
He got him, but he didn't get the 3 count to your point.
No, I didn't think he would be able to pick him up. That's what I meant by he got him.
Well, the only reason I can think he did is because Orange Cassidy Claudio was out on his feet, following that orange punch to the Chrome Dome, and he rebounded off the ropes. He used Claudio's momentum against him, but it still wasn't enough. And again, you see him struggling for the beach break, but he did hook Claudio for it and connected, but it wasn't enough for the 3 points. Now Orange Cassidy with the elbow pad off. Might be looking to deliver an orange punch with extra pulp. See what connects here first. You know John Moxley's watching this. You know the conglomeration's watching this. Swing and a miss. And Claudio, what? Just ran for Orange Cassidy with that clothesline.
I think he's going for a neutralizer.
Orange Cassidy on the shoulders again. The roll through. Trap the legs, cover. And again, kick out by Claudio. And a pop-up. Switch! Step! Uppercut! Cover! Claudio with the win!
Claudio got it. A hard-earned win.
Once again, knocking Orange Cassidy out cold. Swiss Death uppercut.
Moxley and Claudio now have 3 points.
So far, tip for tap, both Death Riders leading the Blue League with a perfect score of 3 each.
I can't wait till they end it. You know, eventually, within the next 2 weeks, they're going to have to touch each other, Noah.
You were saying? Next week.
Next week!
It's really going to happen. The match that might determine the future of the Death Riders as we know it. Claudio Castagnoli and John.
Why are they giving it to us so fast?
Also next week, the AEW Women's World Tag Team Championship Tournament Hardcore Holiday Death Match Semifinal Special. Megan Bay and Marina Shafir taking on Toni Storm and Mina Shirakawa to see who goes on to face the Babes of Rap as the Death Riders take to the ring alongside Renee Paquette.
This is going to be interesting because that means they face each other. They're going to have to say something.
Exactly. Let's hear what they got to say.
Renee's running down the rules and the points and what's going to happen tomorrow.
Right. I think, of course, Claudio's been the only man to compete in every Continental Classic. Oh, wait, whoa. There, Garcia and the Death Riders apparently not taking into account the 2 Orange Cassidy. And again, matches aren't going on right now. This is all legal. We got a brawl here. Roderick Strauss, this isn't wise. And Kyle Fletcher, Kanosuke, and Ketchka. What the hell?
Why the family out here for?
Well, I mean, the Ketchka's facing Roderick Strauss tomorrow. And now Kevin Knight and Mascara around out the entire Pinnacle Classic field is emptying out on the ring. What the hell? I mean, Kevin Knight, he's going to face Punk eventually. Let's just bring it down here.
Yeah, but Moxley and Claudio are going to face off. Oh, let's see what happens if they accidentally bump into each other right now.
Right now, Mascara Dorada is trapped in a front face guillotine here, and John Moxley, whoops, sent to the outside now.
Mascara is doing something. He's climbing.
Marina Shafir right now just watching on. And to your point, Mascara Dorada. Uh-oh. Oh, boy.
You know, technically, what Shafir was doing, right? Holding the rope steady for him.
And look who's watching from the entranceway, Kazuchika Okada. Arm punch connects to Yuta. As the Continental Champion watches the chaos unfold from the entranceway.
Pac and Speedball.
Again, tomorrow, to watch this point, Pac and Speedball Mike Bailey, Konosuke Takeshita, and Roderick Strong. And we just learned next week on Dynamite, it will be John Moxley versus Claudio Castagnoli as the Continental Classic continues.
When I get some money, I know the next shirt I'm getting. I like that Okada Beach shirt.
Beach. But tonight, Okada was Kyle Fletcher's Beach. Fair and square tonight. Will the same continue, or will Okada reclaim and retain his Continental title? For now, Continental Classic Day 1 does conclude. We thank all of you for being along with us this Thanksgiving Eve as AEW Dynamite goes off the air. For Walter Cruz, I'm Noah Foster. This has been Day 1 of the Continental Classic. Until tomorrow night, make a positive impact in life. Have a good night. This is where the best, the damnest, the bloodiest, the strongest, and the most competitive truly wrestle. Walter, cut the damn feed.
Jingle my balls.
Shut the fuck up.